YouTube, what's up? And welcome back to part 14, aka Championship Day, in the Pokemon Polished Crystal playthrough. As you can see on screen here, we are standing just outside the Tohjo Falls and have just touched down in the Kanto region. Real quick though, we gotta finish off the movesets and do a couple other item acquisitions before we start making our way across this route and through Victory Road. So we're actually going to start off by surfing back across the water here and heading back to Cianwood City because we need to go exchange gold leafs for... Oh, you don't do it from this screen. I always want to go into there to use fly, but you can just do it from the map. It's a little different. But in between recordings, I went ahead and used Thief on a bunch of Wild Bellsprout to acquire the gold leaf item, which is what we need to use in Cianwood City to exchange for the Move Relearner moves. And then after we do this real quick, then we are going to go acquire like one or two more hold items that we're going to need for this. And then it's all hands on deck, baby. Let's get it. Go grab yourself a drink, sit back, relax, and enjoy the show. Because I don't know how long this is going to be. This could turn into a 3-hour juicer today. The only thing I can guarantee you is that we're going to beat the Elite Four on the first try. As to what we're going to do before or after that, even I don't have the answer to that question. We're just going to figure it out as we go type thing. But the main attraction of today's recording is Elite Four. And we're going to become the champion of the Johto region. Alright? Let's talk to this little girl here with the weird looking cat ears. She is the move maniac. And yeah, like I said... sorry. Let me try that again. Like I said, in between recordings, I did use Thief, which I taught to Houndoom. We'll go ahead and start with Houndoom here, because I want to relearn one move for Houndoom. And the more I was thinking about it last night, I kind of want to put Destiny Bond on Houndoom, because I still don't have a Focus Sash in this playthrough, and everybody knows that Houndoom has really bad physical defense. So, if we get in a situation, and Houndoom's pretty fast, right? So we can outspeed some things, and then go ahead and click Destiny Bond, and if we got one shot by an EQ or something like that, we're taking them down with us. Alright. So Houndoom on the moveset does have Thief at the moment, and I replaced that for Shadow Ball, because I kind of talked about that during the last couple of recordings that I didn't really plan on using Shadow Ball in the playthrough, right? It was there as a placeholder until we found Dark Pulse, and now that we have it, we're going to be rocking Dual Stab with Dark Pulse Flamethrower, Sludge Bomb for coverage against Fairy types, and then I guess we'll just throw Destiny Bond on here, because why not? It's more useful than Thief. Alright, that is Gold Leaf number 1. I went ahead and I used Thief until I found like 5 of these things. Because I know we're going to need 4 of them for sure, but maybe you guys can remind me on another move that I need. But we're going to do this real quick, and then we'll do a team check before we get up to the Elite Four. Because we still might change some other moves around later, but we'll see. Alright, next up here, I need to put Healing Light back onto Meganium. Healing Light is basically like, it's like Recover, but it's slightly affected by if there's weather on the field, which probably won't come into play today, but we'll see. So I'm going to take Healing Light back onto Meganium here in replace of Poison Powder, because it really hasn't been that beneficial on Meganium. And then for coverage, we have the dual stab options of Energy Ball and Dazzling Gleam, because Meganium is Grass Fairy in this game. And then we got Earth Power for coverage. So it's a pretty good set. Cover for all those steel types and fire types that Meganium's going to have a hard time with. Now we got Healing Light over Poison Powder. That's pretty good. And then for the last two here, of course we need Bullet Punch for Scizor, right? This whole time I've just been running around with Cut. Because Cut is a 60 base power steel attack, so therefore it does get boosted by Technician and gets boosted by Stab. But ever since we evolved from Scyther into Scizor, we never had any gold leafs this whole time, so I never had a chance to get Bullet Punch until today. Obviously, we're taking that. Good morning, Unc. How you doing today, man? Happy Saturday. Wait, can I even delete Cut? Because it's a HM move? Okay, you actually can. Not bad. Now, Scizor, we still have one more, move left to acquire with Swords Dance. But apparently in this game, Scizor learns Swords Dance at 57. So hopefully we can get there before walking through the doors of the Elite Four. And then the fourth and final move that I was thinking about here is for Sudowoodo. So if we look at Sudowoodo's set, well, I guess I have to pick the move first. It's going to be Counter. We had this on Sudowoodo at one point, but then once I learned Close Combat, I took that over Counter. We could also learn Spikes, but the more I was thinking about it last night, I feel like counter could be useful. So we'll see. I mean, either way, I probably never end up using it, but let's look at the rest of Sudowoodo's moveset here. So we have Ice Punch, Stone Edge, and Sucker Punch, right? Those are the 3 main attacks. Is close combat more useful than counter? Probably. But like situationally, thinking about it, I feel like counter is the better option to have against something like the Elite Four. Because, for example, when we go fight Bruno, you know, Stone Edge is resisted by all the fighting types, and so is Sucker Punch, and then Ice Punch is not stab, so it's not going to hit very hard. So I figured, why not take a big, super effective hit from Bruno's fighting types and just counter that damage right back in their face? I feel like that's a good idea. And those were the 4 moves that I was thinking about last night. I did get a 5th Golden Leaf, just in case. So we're going to go ahead and look over the all the movesets in general right now and see if I'm forgetting anything. You guys can help me out with that. Yeah, exactly. That's true about the HMs. Alright, so again, we could also do like a quick stat check, but we have a Modest Nature Meganium here with the ability Natural Cure. Then we got our Naive Nature, Volt Absorb, Lanturn. We got the Flash Fire, Rash Nature Houndoom. Pretty powerful. Although, we know Houndoom has really bad physical defense, but that's okay. Next up, we have a Neutral Nature, which was what? Serious? Okay. We got a Serious Nature, Sturdy, Sudowoodo. You already know. Next up, we have a Docile Nature, Technician, Scizor. And last, but certainly not least, the absolute powerhouse of the squad here. We have the Naughty Nature, Guts Boosted, Blueberry, Blackberry Consuming, Ursaluna. Alright. This is by far and away the most powerful member of the squad. Look at, bro's got 200 attack and he doesn't even have Guts activated yet. Just imagine what happens when I burn myself with the Flame Orb. So, now in terms of movesets, at the moment we have Slash, Strength, EQ, and Thunder Punch on Ursa. Pretty good. But honestly, I'm probably going to get rid of either Slash or Strength for Return. Because, you know, Return works with Happiness, right? But that's one of those hidden stats you can't actually see. So I have no idea. I'm assuming, let's be honest, like, Teddy's been on the team since day 1, all the way since the very first episode of this playthrough, so he should have close to, if not max friendship, but probably not max. So there's a good chance Return is going to be stronger than Slash, as Slash is only 70 BP. But just in case, I might keep them both, as I don't really know how good Strength, like, it's a good attack, 80 base power fighting attack, but really, I mean, how good is that going to be in this Elite Four? Maybe for Karen, who specializes in dark types, but we'll see. That's the moveset on the moment for Ursa. Next up here is Scizor with, yeah, you're seeing that correctly. It says Fire Punch. Scizor gets access to all 3 of the elemental punches in this game. But there's obviously one glaring weakness here, right? One very important thing missing, and that is Swords Dance. So we'll see which of the 2 moves on the bottom. Obviously, we need the dual stab attacks with Bullet Punch and Bug Bite, as they are both Technician boosted and Stab boosted. But we're going to take Swords Dance over either Fire Punch or Close Combat. In addition to that, we could also put Wing Attack back on this, right? Because also 60 base power and would come in handy against somebody like Bruno with a bunch of fighting types. So we'll see, but Swords Dance has got to make its way on this moveset. Again, Scizor should be learning that at 57, but we'll see. And then the moveset that we just talked about and saw for Sudowoodo is Ice Punch, Stone Edge, Counter, and Sucker Punch. It's pretty good. Houndoom, we already just talked about this, but Dark Pulse, Destiny Bond, Sludge Bomb, and Flamethrower. Now, Lanturn here, we don't need to adjust anything on Lanturn today, because honestly, this is perfect. The only thing is if I would want to take Hydro Pump over Surf, but you know me, I'm not trying to miss pumps in the Elite Four, so we're just going to rock the dual stab of Surf T-Bolt with Ice Beam for coverage against Lance and all his dragons. And then we got Recover. And then the other Pokemon, of course, that has a recovery attack is our starter Meganium. Again, just to showcase, I said it earlier, but I didn't showcase it. It's Grass Fairy in this game. And therefore, we got the dual stab of Energy Ball, D-Gleam, Earth Power for coverage, and Healing Light, which again kind of functions like Recover. So, this is the squad. Let's go ahead and put some hold items on here, and then we're going to fly back over to Kanto. Oh, we do got to make a pit stop in Azalea, because I don't have the charcoal yet. And we might need that. So we have a bunch of good hold items in this, including the Choice Scarf, which I'm not going to put on somebody yet, but we might use that for the Elite Four. We'll see. Now, Meganium, I have been rocking the Rocky Helmet, and I really like that on this thing, so I think I'm going to keep doing that. as we don't have leftovers. I could go get leftovers in the Quiet Cave by thieving Munchlax, but I kind of like the idea of Rocky Helmet Meganium, so we're going to do that. And then for Lanturn, we're probably going to switch items depending on the Elite Four trainers, right? Because I have the Magnet. We also have the Never Melt Ice, which I don't remember where that was, but I think I just passed it, yeah. So we have Magnet, Never Melt Ice, and Mystic Water on Lanturn. We got all 3 of the items to boost the attacks. But for now, I'm just going to roll with the Magnet. Houndoom here, we have the black glasses. We just found those during the last episode in the same place where we found Dark Pulse TM. But I never actually got the charcoal in this playthrough, so we're going to make a quick pit stop over in Azalea right after we attach items here. Sudowoodo, I feel like I'm going to keep rocking the Assault Vest on it. It's been pretty good. Again, Sudowoodo, even though it has very good defensive stats, it is a pure rock type, which is a horrible defensive typing, but it is what it is. Don't sleep on Sudowoodo. He gonna be MVP in this Elite Four. Just watch. And then Scizor, we got a few options here, right? We got Clear Amulet to block Intimidate. We have Safety Goggles to block Sleep Powder and stuff. Once I get to the Elite Four, I'm probably gonna throw a Lumberry on Scizor, but as you can see, I only have 2 of them. You know, we need Lumberries so we don't get burnt or paralyzed on the turn that we click Swords Dance or put to sleep, you know, all that stuff. But for now, I'm just going to rock the Clear Amulet because I don't want to run the risk of losing those Lumberries before we get there. And then Ursa is also cool because, well, we have the Toxic Orb, but more importantly, we have the Flame Orb, which is way better on a Guts Pokemon. So we can burn Ursa and then pick a different item. You know, we're basically going to make sure that we're pre-burnt before fighting on the Elite Four. So we'll put that on there for now. And with all that being said, let's go ahead and fly over to Azalea. Grab the charcoal real quick. Alright. And then it's time to go back over to Kanto. And get the action started. After this very long intro here. Alright. We should be able to get a free one. I never came back to this place after we dealt with Sudowoodo and all that. You chased off Team Rocket and went to Ilex Forest alone? That's right. That takes guts. I like that. Come train with us. Okay, maybe it's this guy then. I'm sorry, I forgot to thank you. This is charcoal that I made. Fire-type Pokemon will be happy to hold that. There we go. Alright, perfect. Okay. Now we gotta fly back over to New Bark. Although this is gonna take a second with the way the map... Okay. It's a 50-50 which way I go around because all you can do is hit the up and down arrows. You can't actually go left and right on this map. So it was a 50-50 if I was going to guess correctly to go, you know, the quick way or the slow way around the map, but we got it right. Alright, let's get back over here, and now we can go ahead and use a Repel as well. Because you already know, ain't nobody got time for wild Pokemon. Now this guy, you know, normally he stops you right here and he goes, "Hey, do you know what you just did? You took your first ever steps in Kanto," but we already went through that at the end of last episode. Is there anything I can do down here, actually, before we go into Tojo? I like how fast you surf. Okay, we get a free item off rip. Take that. Oh, that reminds me of something. I think that's my ninth rare candy of the playthrough, but shoutouts to the homies in the YouTube comments telling me about the one Kimono Girl that I missed, right? Because, as per usual, when you play through Johto, there's the 5 Kimono Girls in the dance theater. But then we found one last time inside the Dragon's Den, who was the trainer with Sylveon. We also previously found the Glaceon Kimono Girl up in that snowy mountain. So the only Kimono Girl we've never run into in this playthrough is the one with Leafeon, right? But again, shoutouts to the YouTube comments because somebody was saying that apparently she's in the Bellsprout Tower, and if we fight her, we can also get another rare candy. So I might do that real quick. Just because that right there was my 9th rare candy of the playthrough. So we might as well make that a nice round number and go get the 10th one. Then we'll come back to Tojo. If you're here, then you must be heading for the Pokemon League. Indeed I am. Want to train with me? Absolutely. Then beat everyone else on routes 26 and 27. Okay. That's going to be a lot of backtracking to get to this. But these trainers, more often than not in this playthrough, have been giving me really, really good hold items. So I might... We'll see. That's a long way to go to come all the way back here, though. Because it's basically everybody from this point up until Victory Road that we have to defeat. That's going to take a while. Alright. quick pit stop in Violet. My bad. I forgot about this too. But, also, okay, I'm going to touch on one other thing on the map real quick, but, if we're going to go fight a Leafeon, let me throw Scizor in front. We're just going to OHKO with a Bug Bite. So, we've pretty much checked out all of the new areas that were added to the map, right? These custom brand new areas here, but there's still a couple places that I never went into. And even though I'm not planning on doing it today, I might, but we never visited Mount Mortar. I don't know why I'm going around the map to show you guys. Everybody knows where Mount Mortar is, but right here. So, going from Ekritique to Mahogany, right? We just kind of blew past Mount Mortar. I just want to shout it out because there could be good hold items in there, good TMs, or some notable trainers, right? It's not going to be vanilla Mount Mortar, although it could be. So that was one of the 2 areas that we skipped over, just due to like time constraints, right? Because I usually stream these in the morning before I have to go to work, so I have limited time. But we never went to Mount Mortar. Doesn't mean I'm not going to in this playthrough, because really today is just the halfway mark, right? We're going to beat the Elite Four, but peep the far left side of the screen. There's 16 badges to get, and we only have 8 of them. So we might come back to Mount Mortar at some point. In addition to that, the route, the southern route from Blackthorn City going back to Newbark, Route 45 and 46, right? We never battled any of the trainers on there. So also there could be another ace trainer that that would give you a good hold item potentially. So in fact, I'm pretty confident there will be. I just don't know that. So just wanted to call that out. And for anybody else playing along, right? Like if you're not in a rush to get through this like I am, which I don't like to be in a rush, but that's just how it works. So, if you're taking your time going through this game, I highly suggest fully exploring those 2 areas there. That does not look like a Kimono Girl. This does. As you know, I bet you'll get some good items, TMs, and stuff like that from exploring those 2 areas. Alright, let's talk to her. Me oh my. You defeated my 5 dancing cousins? Indeed I did. Then allow me to challenge you and your Pokemon. Oh. Be careful what you wish for, because I got a Scizor. Alright. So we'll see if indeed this is a rare candy, but it should be. The reason I wasn't planning on doing this is because the other ones kind of gave us, like a lot of those power items, right? The power bracer, the power weight. Those are used for like doubling the EV yield when you KO Pokemon. They're good items, but don't really need it in a casual playthrough like this. But yeah. Oh, you had a berry? What is this? Oh, I should have thiefed it. But I couldn't because I'm already holding an item. But that would have been cool. We get almost 2,000 experience points. Not bad, not bad. And at least we've closed the loop on this. Now we've battled all the Kimono Girls in this playthrough. Excellent fighting spirit. You will know what to do with this. Oh, I know what to do with that. Right now, my plan is, once we get through Victory Road and into the Pokemon Center at the Indigo Plateau, we're gonna bring the team in, one last team huddle. I'm gonna hand out a candy to everybody, top them off a little bit. You already know. Make sure we're in peak fighting condition for the Elite Four. I went the wrong way, I think. Okay. For the 4th time now, we're gonna fly back to Newbark Town and finally go through Tohjo Falls. I've been walking around so much, my repel already wore off. Classic. Oh, there is a friendship checker. Okay. Good call. We still have to teach return to Ursa as well. I think I'm just going to go ahead and do that over Slash. Now, the only issue with that, right, is if I overwrote Strength, we can just put Strength right back on. Which actually is better. Because if I overwrite Slash, here's the thing, right? Once we walk into the doors of the Elite Four, there's no turning back. So we can't fly back and use a gold leaf to relearn Slash. Also, Hone Claws would go kind of hard on the bear. But, now, you might be thinking, dude, why would you want both Return and Slash? Why would you want 2 normal attacks? It's because if we're in a situation where like Return does less than half, you know, what if it does 45% damage, right? That means the next Return, depending on the roll, would not KO. In which case I would click Slash and, you know, try to get a crit to take out the Pokemon. So Strength, at least for the first couple of Elite Four members, won't be as useful. So I'm gonna, but I think I'm gonna put it back on before we go fight Karen, as we're gonna need that against all her Dark types. All right. So that's that, and I think we're good in terms of TMs and stuff. The only thing I need now is just Swords Dance on Scissor. I think we're good to go. So let's finally walk into Tohjo Falls here. And let's go check for some items. Of course, what is this over here? Oh, there's a moonstone. That's funny because I just got a comment on YouTube about how did I find the moonstone to evolve into Ursaluna. And I actually never found one this whole time. We got really lucky. And, you know, Mom purchased a moonstone with the money she was saving for us. So that right here is actually the first moonstone I found in this whole playthrough. What is this? There is a radio that no longer works. Okay. We might have to come back to this later. maybe that's some post... Is that like how you get Rotom in the post game or something? Anyway. Let's go over this waterfall real quick. And get dizzy after spinning a bunch of circles. And then this Tohjo Falls is different from Heart Gold Soul Silver. Okay, normally you like walk back through the by the waterfall there, but oh, hold on. We'll battle her in a second. What do we got in here though? Grandma enjoying her tea. Where are you off to with Pokemon? I think I read that wrong, but whatever. The Pokemon League? Indeed, Granny. Are your Pokemon loyal enough for you to win? Absolutely. Let me see. Ah, your Pokemon trust you very much. It's nice to see you're a good trainer. I can teach it a secret technique. I thought this was going to be like Blast Burn, Hydro Cannon, and Frenzy Plant. She out here talking about skill swap. Nah. Good luck on your journey. I appreciate that, thank you. Alright. Ain't no way I'm learning skill. I thought that maybe that was Frenzy Plant for Meganium, but... I think, if I remember correctly, this trainer normally has like Venusaur. So let's go ahead and throw Houndoom up in front for this battle. It's rare to see anyone come here. Are you training on your own? Indeed I am. Oh, now we have a different battle theme too, because we're in Kanto, technically. Yeah, okay. I remember this trainer from back in the day. She's got all three of them. Bulbasaur, Ivysaur, Venusaur. You know what that means? We click Flamethrower 3 times. Easy money. Yeah, I probably should have used the friendship checker, but even then, right, that just tells you, like, there's predetermined phrases based off, like, which threshold or which tier you're in for friendship. So it's kind of hard to know if you have exactly max friendship or like, what would be the range for the highest tier, because that's probably what I'm in. But you got to keep in mind that, I mean, I know I'm overthinking it, right? It's going to be close to, like, maxed out friendship, but... You do got to keep in mind that whenever your Pokemon get KO'd, they do lose a little bit of friendship. So, I mean, obviously up until this point, we've taken 4 losses, which means the whole team has been wiped out 4 times. So, that's at least 4 times that Ursa's got KO'd in this playthrough, but potentially even more. Even on battles we still won, you know, there's always been times where a couple Mons get knocked out during the fight. But with all that being said, you know, since we've had it since day 1, it's got to be really, really close. Alright, that was easy money. Now let's go fight this guy, although... Doesn't this fool usually have, like, Porygons and Magnemites or something like that? Either way, I kind of just feel like ripping an EQ. Let's put the bear out here. We can also burn the bear here. You look pretty strong. Let me battle you. That's the plan, Chief. Ace Trainer Blake. Magneton. Oh, that's right. This thing does get Levitate, though. And I just got rid of my fighting attack. Well, let's see if it has Levitate or not. It does not. Okay. Now, Magneton, this is noteworthy, by the way. I'll explain something about that later in the playthrough, but I do want to talk about, after we beat the Elite Four, my plans for the Kanto portion of this playthrough. Yeah, that was interesting that I got burnt, by the way. The Flame Orb has had a very weird interaction in this playthrough. I'm gonna try. Let's see what the animation looks like for return. pretty boring there, but okay. So the Flame Orb is weird though, because we tried to burn ourselves before, like, fighting Price, and if I was taking Okos, you didn't actually burn yourself, but now I did. So I'm really confused at how that works, but it's like not consistent. Anyway, going back to Magneton, so the more I've thought about this, I did make a brief mention to it during last time, but I want to use a whole different team of 6 when we go through the Kanto portion of the playthrough. And then that'll give us 12 Pokemon to pick from, right? These 6, plus 6 Pokemon that are native to Kanto, although they might have some extra evolutions from later gens. But then we have 12 Pokemon to choose from. And then you guys are going to help me build my team to go fight Red using those 12 Pokemon. So I just want to throw that out there, but we will touch on that more as we go here. Okay, now that Ursa is burnt, I'm going to give it a different item. It doesn't really matter what I give it, but sure. Let's let Ursaluna wear some ski goggles here. I could have went with soft sand, but it's fine. There's no point in holding the flame orb though, since we're already burnt, so anything is better than nothing. You're good, aren't you? I'm the best, bro. Who are these Kanto trainers? They never heard of the dude before? That's crazy. Alright, Jake and Bree with a Sand Slash. Easy money. I wanna test return a little bit here before we get all the way up there, just to see. I mean, the only real way to test it would be like if it didn't knock out that Sand Slash and then they had another Sand Slash at the same level, right? You can really only test it by fighting the same Pokemon. But we could potentially, you know, check against Wild Mons in Victory Road. Let's go ahead and Thunder Punch the duck here. Get him up and get him out. And actually, I'm going to hit 55, I think. Yeah, for sure. That's not bad. Vaporeon. Easy money. Thunder Punch for days. Although, you know, with Return and Earthquake having very high base powers and getting stab boosted, they're pretty close in power. They're not quite as strong as a super effective Thunder Punch, but they're really, really close. So, in a way, I am kind of trolling by having Thunder Punch on this set, but I don't know. I just kind of felt like doing it. So we're going to keep it the whole way. Let's go ahead and use Return here. And because we're already burnt, we won't have to worry about Effect Spore going off here, which is good. Alright. This Ursaluna is going to tear through the Elite Four. But that's a good first level for the bear today. And let's go ahead and put somebody else out there. How about Meganium? Why not? I don't know if this is a bird trainer. No, it's not. Don't say a thing. Let me guess what you're thinking. Okay, it's a psychic guy. I got it. You're on the Pokemon League Challenge. Wow. You know? It's kind of obvious based on where I am there. Gilbert. Checks out. His name is Gilbert. Alright. He got the star. We got the energy balls. Easy money. And because we're such higher level, it's, you know, obviously Starmie's should be way faster than Meganium, but due to the level difference, we're actually able to outspeed it, which is kind of funny. You also got the eggs. Alright. We should be able to one-shot with Dazzling Gleam, even though it's just neutral. Again, assuming Execute is still like Grass Psychic. A lot of Pokemon in this game have had their types adjusted. And also to that point, there's somebody that I want to use on the Kanto team that has had their type altered. I'm not going to spoil it, but I'll tease it a little bit. I mean, I just did, but I'll do it again at the end when we talk about the team. You actually live, but you're going for Zen Headbutt, which means you're going to trigger Rocky Helmet chip, and you're going to take yourself out to that. That's why I like the helmet, man. It's a good item. Slept on item. Underrated. Alright. Let's keep going with Meganium until we get a level up. And that's probably going to happen right here. You shouldn't underestimate the wild Pokemon in these parts. Oh, I'm not. And you should not underestimate me. Who do we got here? Renee? Okay, she got the Arcanine, but we got the Earth Power, so we're good. That's exactly why you pack ground coverage on Meganium. Easy money, and it has a fire animation. You know what has a really cool animation in this game, which we never saw until the last episode? How did you live that? There's no way. Alright. Well, we're gonna get sent out to something random to finish it off. It's the fish. Is Dark Pulse, though. So, we never had Dark Pulse this whole time until part 13, the previous recording, when we went into the, we've been in the Dark Cave a bunch of times, but you have to enter it from the Blackthorn City side in order to find Dark Pulse. And it actually, it has a really cool looking animation that I don't think it had, well, It wasn't invented till Gen 4, so it's probably the first time we've ever seen Dark Pulse in like a Gen 2 game. But even in other games like Emerald Rogue and stuff where it looks slightly different. Ironically, getting roared out to Lanturn here was perfect when you had 2 Pokemon weak to water and 1 weak to electric. Not bad. Alright. One shot the star, and we're on to the next one. Let's keep it pushing here. I mean, I'm not gonna lie, I do really want to go back and fight that Ace Trainer, but there's so many people to fight on this route. Oh, she's trying to give me her digits. Nah. I got other priorities, man. We gotta go beat the Elite Four today. I don't want you calling me 12 times between now and when I get to the Elite Four to tell me you caught another Star U. Like, I don't care. Let's go fight Big Boy over here. Alright, we still got Meganium in front. That's perfect. I'm feeling great today. So am I, man. Let's have a day, huh? I feel like I could boot even the league champ. Alright. Calm down, Chief. You ain't got that kind of sauce, but I do. Who is this guy? Scott? Of course he has a water type that's not weak to grass, but... Again, assuming this thing doesn't have levitate. Okay, it doesn't. But, you know, not only did a bunch of Pokemon get their types changed, but they also got some new abilities, right? The whole Magneton line got, levitate, which is crazy. Alright, you got double quills. Okay. And, you know, Meganium here has natural cure. So there's been a whole bunch of cool changes in this game. That's what really made this game so fun, man. Pokemon with new types, with new abilities, and, you know, access to new attacks. I'm running around with a Scizor that has Fire Punch, bro. That's so sick. And that's why this playthrough has been so good, man. I'm excited to check out Kanto too. A lot of people have been saying that there's some pretty cool surprises over there on that side of the map. So again, we might get all the way to all the way to Vermilion today after the Elite Four, but I'm not going to explore any more after that. I'm either gonna end the episode today in either Olivine City or in Vermilion, on either side of the boat trip there. But first things first, we got to get through the Elite Four. By the way, can I go grab this item over here, or do I have to go around the long way? Let's see. Oh no, it's right here. Okay. The Destiny Knot. Perfect. Completely useless unless you want to breed out some Pokemon, which I might have to. We'll talk about that later. We got a pretty bad nature on Dratini, and I want to use that for the Kanto side of things. Speaking of dragons, this looks like a dragon-type trainer. Even though we have Dazzling Gleam on Meganium, I think it's time we get to see the Wiggly Tree in action here. Rip off some ice punches. Here be dragons. Here be my Woodoo. All right. What do you got for a Sudowoodo packing ice punch, buddy? That's not the answer. I didn't even see how many mons this guy has, but it's probably just 2 or 3. All right, well, we got to take 40 damage. I mean, the only issue with Sudowoodo, besides pure rock type being a bad defensive typing, is that it's obviously really, really slow as well. So the Assault Vest is going to help mitigate, you know, the not very good special defense stat that it has. But even having, you know, sky-high physical defense and now a really respectable, I gotta go for Stone Edge here. Like a respectable special defense after the Assault Vest. See? That is like no damage. And we land the Stone Edge. Nice. It's still like, it's gonna get outsped in 2-shot by a lot of things because Rock type has so many weaknesses defensively. On the special side, right, you got water and grass. On the physical side, you got fighting, steel, ground. There's just a lot of things that hit this guy super effectively, so we'll see. But again, I'm trying to make history today and be one of the few people ever that have taken Sudowoodo all the way through the Elite Four. Because that can't be a very long list. Everybody knows that Sudowoodo is not the best Pokemon ever. But mine is different, man. I'm out here hitting Stone Edges after a double team. That's how you know it's destiny right here. Alright, Eric. See ya, buddy. Your dragons couldn't even take out a tree. It's pretty pathetic. Now, Normally I would rip a potion here, but I do remember there's a house on this route, like after 1 or 2 more trainers, where we can fully heal the team for free, so, because there is no Pokemon centers on this route. So I'm just going to switch up, we'll just throw Houndoom, whatever, in front, and I'm going to wait to use Sudowoodo till we get, oh, there's another Psychic, perfect. Wow, look at all those badges, I'm impressed. But you're not satisfied by just collecting them, right? No. That's only part of it, man. And nowhere near the best part of it. Alright, Vernon's only got 1 Mon here. It is an Espeon. That's a powerful Pokemon. But you ain't got nothing besides maybe a Power Gem that's not very strong to hit Houndoom, so... We outspeed. There's the Dark Pulse animation in case you missed part 13. It's looking pretty sick. And we outspeed it, and of course Oko it. Easy money. Alright. Thank you for this little extra spending money there, Vernon. Now this loops... I don't even want to go down there, actually. There is normally a house over here that tells you where all the 7 NPCs, right? The daily and weekly siblings, I guess we can call them. Where they're located around the map. I guess, for anybody that's never been through Johto, we can go ahead and read this real quick. I remember there just being like a book on the table, yeah. There's something written here. Read it? Sure. To my brothers and sisters, we take pride in serving Pokemon trainers. When trainers talk to you, give them something useful. Love, Monica. Keep reading? Yeah, because I want to know where they're all located at, but... Okay. Now, look, before I even start reading this is pretty funny, because as you can see, Monica, Monday, right? M&M. So all of... This is funny because all of the siblings, 6 out of the 7, their names start with the same letter as the corresponding day of the week until we get to Thursday. Watch this. Alright, so you can find Monica on Mondays in Route 40. On Tuesdays, you can find Tuscany on Route 29. On Wednesdays, you can find Wesley at the Lake of Rage. And on Thursdays, you can find Arthur. Huh? You couldn't put, like, Tony? Like, there's plenty of names like Thomas. Who is Arthur, bro? He's definitely the outlier of the family, because watch, even Friday, Saturday, Sunday makes sense. This is the only one that doesn't fit in with the correct day of the week. Anyway, Arthur is located on Route 36 on Thursdays. On Friday, we got Frida on Route 32. On Saturday, we have Santos in Blackthorn City, which is today. I should have actually went to Blackthorn City, but oh well. And finally, on Sundays, you can find Sunny on Route 37, which I'm pretty sure we did. And I think that's how we got the magnet for Lanturn, but anyway, in case you didn't know, those are the 7 siblings for the days of the week, and they just randomly decided to put Arthur on Thursday, instead of a long list of names that start with T, like they did for Tuesday with Tuscany, but anyway, I digress. Your Pokemon look a little tired. They are. You should rest them a while. Thank you. There. Your Pokemon are looking good. Keep at it. Well, you know what that means. We're putting Sudowoodo right back in front. I wonder if, Oh, okay. I was just gonna ask the question. I wonder if anybody in chat knows the lore behind them, but... Thank you, Jazzy. That makes sense. Since you've come this far, you must be good. You're damn right. I'm gonna give this battle everything I got. I'm gonna give this battle with my eyes closed and still whoop your ass. Alright. But, in the live chat there, Jazzy just put that, Arthur... Right, look at the last 4 letters in the name. T-H-U-R. For Thursday. That checks out. I never realized that. Alright. We got a Pikachu out here just raw dogging thunders. Okay. And getting the full para. Come on, Sudowoodo. Could I take out Pikachu with a Sucker Punch? I probably could. Stay tuned to find out. There's no way you just... Back to back. And, okay. Okay. I think I'm going to switch into the bear. This Pikachu's kind of trolling me right now. Back-to-back Raw Dog Thunders. Then on the turn, you know I'm not going to get paralyzed. You predict my Sucker Punch, which you didn't even know I had because I got full parried the first time I tried to use it. And you go for Double Team. This Pikachu is trolling so hard right now. I'm about to just go right back into that house and heal up Sudowoodo. This might take multiple times to hit EQ as well. Okay. There we go. If this thing pulls out a Focus Sash and this turns into like a 10-turn battle against a Pikachu that can always be one-shot, okay. I was gonna get kind of angry there. But that's what I get because I was talking a big game. I told her I was gonna whoop her butt, and that's what happens. Now, Blastoise here, I want to show you something. I'm gonna click Earthquake because Blastoise in this game is actually Water and Steel type. So just to show you that this is a super effective hit. Oh yeah, now I gotta burn the bear again. I forgot about that. But there you go. So Venusaur in this game is still Grass Poison. Blastoise has been changed to be Water Steel. And Charizard has actually been changed as well to be Fire Dragon. For anybody who's wondering and wants to use those 3 Pokemon on their team. Alright. I'm just going to do this again because I don't want Sudowoodo to be paralyzed. He's already slow enough as it is, man. Come on. But that was crazy that you just raw dogged back-to-back Thunders and hit them both. But I'm not surprised. Alright. Oh, three citrus berries. If we could find one more like Lumberry tree before the Elite Four, then I'd probably let Scizor have that all, like the whole time. Okay, here we go. Another Dragon guy for Sudowoodo. Let's get it. I'm making my final preparations for the Pokemon League. Well, your journey ends here, buddy. Alright. Who is this guy? Kazoo. What does he got? Dragonair? It's the same lead the other guy had. What's a Dragonair to a Sudowoodo, man? The answer? Nothing. Alright, good call about Arthur with the Thursday at the end of Arthur, but I mean, come on, they made the other 6 out of 7 all have the same matching, you know, beginning letter. They should have used something besides Arthur. But that, I mean, that makes sense. I still don't like it though. Alright, none of these Dragonairs know Surf, and the best they can do is just Dragon Rage me for 40. I'll take it. They don't even have Draco Meteor. Sad. Alright, we hit 55 with Sudowoodo. And what do we got in the back here? Okay. He's got the triple Dragonairs. And they all use Dragon Rage. Alright. Yo, what up? How you doing today? I recognize the name. You're just in time. We're just about to enter Victory Road. So in about, I don't know, 20-30 minutes, we'll be challenging the Elite Four here. How you doing? You know, I hope you're having a good weekend. Happy Saturday. It's a great day today. Great day to become a champion. What could this be? I was gonna say, usually every game always throws Dragon Claw close to the to like the Victory Road or whatever. That's pretty cool. We'll take it, but I don't think anybody can even learn Dragon Claw, right? Unless for some reason Ursaluna can get it. Let's see. No. Okay, so I mean, that's cool. I'm glad I found that and showcased it so anybody else playing alongside me can get themselves Dragon Claw, but I can't use it. This guy right here, if I remember correctly, has a Kingler. Maybe it was him or like a different trainer on the route. But I hope he still does have a Kingler because that's one of my favorite Pokemon of all time, but I really don't end up using it that much because everybody knows Kingler's not very good, but I like the crab. By experiencing tough battles, you gain power. That's facts. Yeah. Victory Bell. Yeah, you're like 9 hours ahead, right? Over there. Okay, this is not an ideal matchup because I'm 4x weak to poison. So I think we go Houndoom in this situation. Could go to Scizor predicting a Sludge Bomb, but okay, it's like the ghetto version of Sludge Bomb. It's just acid. Alright, burn it up. But now, if that Kingler comes out next, we got issues. Although, let's be real, I could outspeed it and probably flinch it with Dark Pulse. Potentially even OHKO it, because Kingler has really bad special defense. And there it is. There's the King Crab right there. I'm just going to stay in Dark Pulse. I kind of hope it lives, and I kind of hope I don't get the flinch, because I want Kingler to actually get a KO with Crab Hammer, but there he goes. Oh, that's unfortunate. Okay. Hey, someday Kingler gonna get his chance to shine. Trust. Maybe I try to use it when we play like Pokemon Blue version. like a Gen 1 playthrough. But the next time I play through Kanto is probably going to be in Leaf Green, and I'm going to do that with like an all poison type team. Therefore, I can't use Kingler. At least, I mean, that's my thought for now. I'm going to play through, you know, Pokemon Leaf Green and be like, can you beat Leaf Green using only poison types? But you already know, in that case, we'd be picking Bulbasaur as a starter. Everybody knows you can build a very powerful mono poison team in Kanto. Because you got the Niddos, you got Weezing and Muck, you got Venomoth. There's a bunch of options. You can, you know, you even got Victory Bell and Vileplume as well, so. A whole bunch of poison types in Kanto. No, sorry, buddy. Even though you have a Kingler, I gotta keep it consistent and deny everybody. Now there's one more trainer up here with like a Rapidash, right? And then we can heal before we head in there. I think this last trainer has Rapidash if I remember right. We'll grab the Pokeball on the way back down to go heal up, but let's do this first. I lost to a trainer named Silver. So did I. He was really strong, but was as if he was absolutely had to win at any cost. I felt sorry for his Pokemon. So do I. So don't worry, ma'am. Even though I gotta sauce you up right now, I'm gonna walk in there and I'm gonna take care of Silver. You have my word. All right, we got Rapidash. Okay. Oh, really? Yeah. That's why I grinded everybody up in preparation for this, because I feel like this whole game, I mean, I've lost 4 times now in this playthrough. And like 3 of those 4 losses were because I was under-leveled, because like the regular NPCs here only have level 40s. And then like the notable trainers like gym leaders and stuff all have like 10 levels higher than the regular NPCs. So, you know, that's why I feel like the level ranges for the Elite Four are probably between 55 to 60. So I had to get myself prepared for that. Alright, Flaffy. I don't know how that light screen's gonna help you, but it will if... Okay, if she was gonna use a max potion, because then it could probably take 2 surfs, but... Yeah, there ain't no way I'm taking any more L's. We're going in here prepared, and we're gonna get the job done on the first try. Easy money. Ah, damn, everybody on this route wants to give you their number. Should we actually... How long have I been going for it? It's almost been an hour already. I kind of want to go back and fight that Ace Trainer, but maybe we do it in the post game, honestly. I don't feel like backtracking that far. Even though, you know, with the repels we can get there really fast, but I don't know. The farthest I'm going to backtrack is just to this house right here to heal up. And then we'll see if this Victory Road is different, but normally this is like the Victory Road for Johto. And then there's actually like there's only one trainer inside Victory Road. It's just Silver at the very end, and there's like nobody else in there. So we'll see. I kind of hope that's the case so that we can get to the Elite Four, you know, within like the next 10 minutes instead of being like a half hour away from now. But either way, it's all good. I'm not even using the running shoes right now. We're taking things nice and slow, and we're enjoying the ride here. Having a good time and, you know, journeying through one of the best regions ever in Pokemon history. Even though I'm not a huge Johto guy. As you can tell, I don't remember where anything is here, but most of my friends in real life think Johto is like the best region of all time, and apparently all the homies on YouTube feel the same way, so I'm enjoying it. I do like Johto. It's just not one of my favorite regions ever. Only trainers who have proven themselves may pass. You took the Johto Gym Challenge? Damn right, buddy. Let me open up my wallet and show you all my badges here. Oh, he doesn't care about that. I guess it's the other ones. Okay, let me put the wallet back in the pocket. We'll bust it out in a second. Go on now. That's the plan. Wait. This one... Who's gonna check my badges? Oh. You have to go through... Okay. That's right. You can pass here only if you have the Zephyr badge. Oh, that's the Zephyr badge. Okay, please go right ahead. Alright. Since there's 8 of these clowns, I'm not going to pull out my wallet every time. We're just going to speed through this. But I am going to be on the lookout for items, though. Okay. There's nothing in the flowers over there. Let's keep it pushing. We got the Hive badge. You already know. Is there something in the bush? Nope. No, no. I mean, it's okay. No, I don't want to be spoiled. That's why I didn't look up any of their teams. Is there really no items over here? There's gotta be at least one item. There's no way. But no, I'm trying to go into this blind and prove that this squad has the power to take on anybody. You can pass here only if you have the plane badge. Oh, it took me a couple tries, but I got the plane badge, buddy. That fat pink cow proved to be quite the challenge. Alright, this one is the fog badge. Morty, that was easy. I wonder how long this guy's been sitting in the water for. Has he just been here for like months at a time? Like, you know, what is this guy's actual shift? Or does he just have to sit here 24/7 in the water? I've always wondered that. But yeah, we have the storm badge. That also was easy money. Now the next badge though, just like against Whitney, the next badge was against Price. This one was tough. Never mind. This is the mineral badge against Jazzy. That was actually a piece of cake as well. Alright, there's got to be something over here, right? No? I thought that bush would for sure have an item. Let's try it again. Okay. Apparently there's no items anywhere. This one right here, the Glacier badge against Price. That was tough. That was tough. Yeah, that's a good point, huh? That is a good point. My lack of Johto knowledge actually does make it fun. And you guys can tell I've been forgetting all kinds of stuff in this playthrough. So it's been pretty funny. Alright. This is the last one, the Rising badge against Claire. Easy money. That's what I'm hoping. Scizor, I still haven't got it to level 57 though, so at this point it doesn't have Swords Dance, but I have some rare candies, so we will be using them. Who is this then? If I've already shown you all the badges. But I have some rare candies, so we'll be able to get there. You need to be ready to face anything on Victory Road. Oh, she might heal me up, huh? Let me give you a bit of encouragement. Oh, I wanted to battle first, man. Let me earn it. The Pokemon League awaits you. Just don't give up, okay? I never do. Alright. Let's do it. Okay, I guess we don't have to push the Strength Boulder anymore. It's kind of funny because now they built a bridge in here. Interesting. I did just go through this place in the like a couple weeks ago in the Fire Red Omega Hardcore Nuzlocke. We just finished that off. Full heal. We'll take it. Not bad, not bad. Max Revive. Now, normally there's a strength thing here, and that's like there's two items here because normally you gotta pick the boulder and then move it both ways. So could there be something here? No. Okay. Well, I kind of ruined the moment. Anyway, let's go ahead and fight. Now this, there actually is trainers in here. Interesting. Huh. I can see you're good. Let me see exactly how good. I'm about to lean forward in my chair. Show you. Oh, Matthew's got a full team of Hold on, what do we got here? Matthew got the whole squad pulling up. Luckily we got the good lead with Lanturn. What is this? I wonder if he's gonna have all three of the starters, kind of like Professor Elm. But hopefully he doesn't have a Wigglytuff with double slap like Professor Elm. That was kind of sus. Okay. Interesting decision to send out a Sand Slash when I'm clearly a water type fish. Okay. Maybe we get a good item off this guy. We'll see. Although he probably would have had a different dialogue before the battle if it was that case, but... Okay. There we go, Lanturn leveling up. Like to see it. And Pharos, this thing is Electric Dragon. Yeah, either way, I think we just go to the bear and Earthquake it. Oh, I still gotta reattach the Flame Orb. I don't really have to do that first. What I'm gonna do is, like, get to the Indigo Plateau, heal up my team, and then jump back in and fight like a wild Pokemon to burn myself. Right now, I'm not wearing I'm not holding the Flame Orb, wearing it. That's actually a pretty sick animation for Dragon Pulse. I've never seen that yet. One turn of confusion, and that's it. Ursaluna is not messing around today. Hey, this ain't a blood moon. This is not a blood moon Ursaluna, but bro's out for blood. He gonna be ripping apart the Elite Four. 873 is really bad experience. Hey, look, it's my little brother. Take it out with return. I'm kind of curious if this takes him out. Okay. We gotta have pretty close to, if not max friendship. But again, I don't like to not know. You know, I'd rather see a stat with a or like a tangible number or a stat. You know, something that would let me know what exactly we're working with here with return. Like in some games, they'll actually put like a base power thing there, calculated based off of your stats, and like that number is always changing throughout the playthrough. But this one doesn't have it. It just says, you know, good luck, have fun, base power. So I don't actually know. I wouldn't mind getting burnt here. It'll save me from having to remember to swap items, but didn't burn me. That's alright. Alright, what else you got in the back, Matthew? Probably a grass type. We haven't seen one. Okay. Not even close. It's a Noctowl. Oh, that's it. Oh, yeah. Oh, this is why I have Thunder Punch. So I don't get hard walled by a ghost flying type that hard walls the normal ground dual stab, right? Big brain plays. I knew I had Thunder Punch for a reason. I just didn't know what it was for. Alright. Yeah, it's safe to assume Ursaluna wears the Flame Orb. It's been shown in the anime like a necklace. Yeah. I could see Ursa rocking that big thing right here. That fiery looking marble. Okay. That was an interesting battle. But I'd be curious if there's anybody else besides what's-his-face. Yeah, I am going to backtrack to Johto in the post-game. Okay, there is another trainer here. This also looks like another veteran, aka might have a full squad of 6. Oh, we also need to spend the rest of our money when we get in there. I don't have much money left, but at the end of last episode, I spent all my money on these potions. But then in between episodes, I sold off like the nuggets and pearls that I had in the bag, so I got a little bit of cash on me. Plus, we're gonna get some battles in here. All right, Scizor is the only one still at 54, so let's get him up to 55 here. Victory Road is the final test for trainers. I'm aware of that. Who are you, Joanne? Okay. You got Venusaur. Checks out. The other guy having Gator. Yeah, so I was talking about it earlier. I never explored... Oh, we still have Fire Punch on Scizor. Let's go for it. I still never explored the route that connects Blackthorn City to New Barktown, Route 45. Petal Dance against the Steel type is hilarious, by the way. So I do want to check that out in the post-game, see what kind of item we can get there. And also, the one area that I never went into was Mount Mortar. So we do got to backtrack to Mount Mortar. As I'm sure there's going to be something cool in there, even if it's like just a TM or a really good hold item. But I also kind of expect to see like a cool trainer. So we'll see. Flareon has Drought. Oh, that's really bad if... Yeah, I don't think I can one-shot it. I could probably outspeed it. But we got a Houndoom with Flash Fire, so let's have a little fun. Oh, that too. Good call, good call. Please remind me of that when I get to the post-game too. I don't want to forget. But of all the puzzles in the Ruins of Alph, I do want to check that out. And actually, I was reading too that you can get there's another way you can get a Moonstone there. I think if you do the Ho-Oh puzzle. Electabuzz kind of has a cool sprite. I'm not gonna lie, that sprite looks really cool for Buzz. By the way, thank that Flareon for setting up the sun with Drought. Because now that just powers up my flamethrower, it's gonna ensure some Okos here. I mean, obviously, due to the level difference, I should Oko everything, but we'll see. Okay, so the Ruins of Alph puzzles. Good call, good call. I totally forgot about that. Usually, I like to wait to do them all together, you know, until you get Surf and Strength and stuff like that, or all the tools you need. Would it be crazy to go for Flamethrower in the sun and see if I get two-shot? Because his water attack's going to be powered down, but he'd Oko me with a fighting attack. That's probably what he's doing here. Let's go Meganium, take it out with Energy Ball. But low-key, due to the level difference, I feel like Flamethrower in the sun would have been a 2-hit KO. Like, actually. But, and his water attacks wouldn't have done anything, but fighting attack, I didn't think about that at first. The boulder that was blocking... Oh, I remember that cave, but... Oh, the Ruins of Alpha is connected to it. Okay. I thought for a second you meant strength because we just saw Poliwrath use strength. I was like, wait, what? Okay. I'm excited to check that out then. I think I go back to Scizor here on this Pidgeot. I don't want to leave Meganium out there to take a flying hit. AKA fly itself. Well, let's hope Pidgeot is faster, but it's probably not. Oh, it is. No, I don't... Well, we're not going to know if it was faster or not. It has a Quick Claw. I've never seen the animation for Quick Claw in this game. Obviously, I hate that item. I always throw it away. But, Bullet Punch will pick it off from here, probably. So I didn't know what it was going to look like if we ever ran into somebody using a Quick Claw, because you ain't ever going to see me use one of those. Alright, and the last Pokemon is a Scyther. Nice. Let's see if we can OHKO it with Fire Punch. Aerial Ace, that's another good one for Scizor, right? 60 base power. Aerial Ace and Wing Attack both have 60 base power, but Aerial Ace can't miss, so that's why it's cooler. I never found that TM. And that, like, Aerial Ace would have been good to have against Bruno. The one TM that I'm really sad that we can't find before the Elite Four is Facade. That's really the attack that I want, the normal attack that I want for the bear, right? Because if, you know, Facade, as everybody knows, but I'll explain it just in case you don't. Facade has 70 base power, but it gets literally doubled in power from 70 to 140 base power if you do have a status condition, right? So normally if you're not a Guts Pokemon, you would want to like poison yourself, because normally if you're burnt, it cuts your attack in half. But Guts ignores that. And then in that instance, you would rather be burnt as a Guts Pokemon than poison, because Toxic Poison will whittle you down quicker than it will if you're burnt. That's actually a lot of veterans in here. I'm gonna have to potion again. But Facade apparently is not available until Kanto. I mean, we're in Kanto, but it's not available till like much later in Kanto. So unfortunately, we're gonna have to go through the Elite. My whole plan was to do the Elite Four with Facade, right? Is there an item in here? Okay, there is. I'm kind of glad I checked. But let's see what this TM is. If I can do this quick enough before she turns around. Shiest. Oh, that's where we find Earthquake. Okay. I can also put that on Sudowoodo, but I kind of like the idea of counter. Alright, let's fight. There's supposed to be a Moltres roosting here. I'm gonna catch it. It's actually over on one island in the Sevi Islands. I hate to burst your bubble. Damn, they all have full teams of 6. This is crazy. Oh, is it really? That's funny. Of course I never found Aerial Ace. It's in Mount Mortar. Alright. I gotta go Ursa on this. I want to go to Lanturn and drown this thing out, but it is fire ground, right? Makes it 4 times weak to water, but it also can hit you with stab super effective ground attacks. And we found that out the hard way against what's-his-face, the rival kid. Strength, don't care. Probably gonna do like 60 damage. Not even. Oh yeah, I'm like 15 levels higher. Makes sense. But watch, like, everything here against all these trainers is like low 40s. Watch when we fight Silver, he's probably gonna have like high 50s. That's just how this game is with the notable trainers. Togekiss? Let me see if I can one-shot with Return. I think we can. Oh, did you not go through Mount Mortar either? Yeah. That's why you gotta explore everywhere, man. I really wanted to do it in this playthrough. Like, thoroughly explore every nook and cranny of Johto. But the problem with, you know, trying to stream during the week is I always... The best time for me to do it is before I have to go to work. Therefore, you know, I'm limited on time. I just kind of play as much as I can before I have to leave for work, so... You know, that wasn't the way I wanted this playthrough to happen, but it's just kind of how it has played out. Obviously, if I only ever streamed on the weekends, that wouldn't be enough. So what do I do here against this guy? I guess we just go Dazzling Gleam. Best option. Because, you know, had I done a couple more episodes to thoroughly explore every route and cave, it's like I wanted to, but then it would have just taken forever to get to the Elite Four. So I gotta keep the pacing up and keep it pushing, you know? So I really wanted to prioritize checking out all the new areas for sure. Oh, you did go to Mount Mortar. You just never found Aerial Ace? Dang. Okay, Espeon. I don't think I can OHKO this, but I'll probably stay in anyway. Just try a 2-shot with Energy Ball. I know I've said it in previous episodes, but in case, you know, this is the first time in the playthrough where you know, we're getting some new viewers or whatever. Meganium does not learn Moonblast until level 80, so there's no chance we're getting to level 80 before the Elite Four. I don't even want to, right? Then we would just OHKO everything. It'd be way too high of a level. So unfortunately, we're gonna have to go through with Dazzling Gleam, which is nowhere near as good, but that's okay. And a Pupitar in the back, something 4x weak to grass. Perfect. This is interesting that is there normally veteran trainers in the Gen 2 Victory Road? Because again, the only thing I remember is like the Victory Road and Heart Gold, Soul Silver. I thought there was no trainers except for the rival at the very end. Unless I'm misremembering. Is there something in here? No. I could be tripping, but I thought that's how it works in Heart Gold, Soul Silver. Like, there's nobody except for Silver. Do I need to heal up? Not really, but I might as well. I'm just going to use up all the Hyper Potions in here, and then we'll, I'm actually about to burn the bear again before we potentially fight Silver. I don't even know if he's in the end at this point. Let's put this back on Ursa. Alright. And who do we want to lead with? I'm kind of feeling Houndoom. Alright. If you can get through here, you can challenge the Elite Four. You don't say, buddy. Who is this guy? Remy? Should have named him Captain Obvious. My goodness. Alright. Probably the worst lead I could have picked right there. Again, this is Water Steel. Means Flamethrower is neutral. I might actually just go for it. I don't expect this to one-shot, but there's a world where it could because of the level difference. Okay. But you see how that was neutral damage? Again, we hit it super effectively with ground, so you might have been alright. I didn't expect Aqua Tail. Whatever. But, that just confirms, again, Water Steel. Because hitting it with a ground move, it could have been Water Electric, you know, it doesn't confirm anything. Okay, who do we want to finish this off with? I guess just Meganium to Earth Power it. Why not? Damn it, Blastoise. That Aqua Tail. Okay. Easy money, we're about to hit 56. Ninetales, I'm about to just Earth Power again. Ninetales has, you know, pretty solid Spadef. We could probably take this. Meganium also, you know, not the strongest Pokemon offensively. What is with the theme in this game with everybody going for Confuse Ray, though? It's kind of sus. I've been hit with Confuse Ray at least 25 times in this playthrough. It's gotta be. This has been crazy. But Meganium doesn't care. Still gonna fight through it. Does that mean we're gonna see it in the Elite Four? Oh, great. Okay, Gold and Silver didn't have any trainers. Okay, so it's like the same as Heart Gold, Soul Silver then. Meganium wants to learn Play Rough. No, we got Modest Meganium. We're good. Okay, Victory Bell. This is where we have to switch out to Scizor though. I can't take a poison move. I know, right? Because Victory Road is supposed to be like the most epic thing in the game, and this is like one of, if not the only Victory Road that doesn't have any trainers. I feel like there could have been another one, right? Maybe a Alola. No, they both had trainers in them. This might be the only Victory Road in the franchise with no trainers. I mean, I'd be shocked if there was another one, but I feel like there might be. We could probably just one-shot with Bug Bite. Yeah, right. Okay. Not bad, not bad. Oh, not the static, bro. That's alright, I have a bunch of full heals. We're good. Two more. Scarm. Well, we have Fire Punch for Scarm. Let's stay in. Normally I'd have to switch out here. Okay, we don't get full para. That's good. Is this thing going to have sturdy, though, so we could show off bullet punch? Oh, we got the burn. Nice. I was going to say, I don't think bullet punch would get it from there. But now that it's burnt, now that it took a little bit of chip, I think it will. Yeah. See ya, Scarm. Feels bad to, you know, fight another steel type and get hit with a fire move. Oh, I'm about to bullet punch this clown, too. No, I got fully parried. Yeah, that's true, huh? If there's no trainers in Victory Road, then, like, no one completed the league. You're right. Alright. What are we doing with back-to-back, full paras? Come on, man. I want to see how much Bullet Punch could do to Alakazam. Alakazam is like Houndoom. It has just awful physical defense stat. But for some reason, bro took that... Did he go for Reflect? Because that, like, it went for Psybeam the last 2 turns, but I don't know what it went for the first turn. I wasn't looking. I think it was Reflect. There's no way that fool should have... Alright. I'm clicking Bug Bite. We're OHKO-ing this fool. I'm getting tired of this 3 full paras in one battle here. It's crazy, too, to only take 10 damage from an Alakazam. This is one of the most powerful special attackers in existence. That's crazy. It's just due to the level difference, but... Because if we see an Alakazam in the Elite Four, it's going to be a much different story. But I don't think any of them are going to have that. By the way, don't I... Yeah, I also have 1 full restore. I'm just going to use that. Again, I can't use full restores in the Elite Four. I can only use... Well, I mean, I could use them outside of battle, but I'm not going to potion in battle, so... I do need some more revives and potions for after each Elite Four member, but you don't really need full restores because I'm just going to revive KO'd Pokemon and then use max potions on them. And I have hella full heals, so we're good. Speaking of... No, I'll use a max revive. Because we'll just buy more revives. Alright. We should be good. There might not be anybody else before Silver, but we'll see. Razor Fang, okay, in case you're using Gligar. Oh, that's interesting. The cave exits over here on the right. Because I remember in Heart Gold, Soul Silver, I think, or maybe even Gold and Silver, didn't it exit like up top in the top middle? Was like the exit. Anyway, I never burnt the bear, which is unfortunate. Although, you know what? I don't really care. Well, you never know. No, hold on. Last time I got smoked by this guy, so let's go ahead and let the repel wear off. We're going to fight 1 wild Pokemon, but I'm going to switch into Ursaluna just to ensure the burn, and then just take out whatever it is. Although this guy might have sturdy, so that could be annoying, but it's fine. So we do this, we're going to burn the bear, then use a Hyper Potion on it and switch items. And I don't even know if Silver's going to pull up here, but if he does, I'll be ready for him. I mean, I feel like he has to pull up, right? If it's not here, then maybe it's by the Pokemon Center. Alright. Let's KO this Graveler. If he does have Sturdy, it'll take 2 turns, but that's fine. Even if he blows up, I can live it. Doesn't really matter. By the way, somebody dropped the most fire comment on the previous YouTube video about self-destruct and explosion. I've been playing Pokemon for over 20 years, and this thought has never once crossed my mind, but it might be the best thing that I've ever heard. Obviously, when those moves first came out, they've always been normal type attacks, right? But has anybody else ever thought about what if Explosion and Self-Destruct were fire type attacks? That makes way more sense than normal. I can understand why they were normal, like in Gen 1, right? But bro, when I saw that comment, I was like, I had one of those moments where I was like, this might be the greatest thing that I've ever read. I mean, that was crazy, because it's so true. Who do I want to lead with against this guy, by the way? Lanturn's probably pretty good. Honestly, I forget who he leads with, but we'll just go with Lanturn. Alright, the bear can get a different item now. Although, I mean, the best thing I can do is like put a soft sand on it, right? But like that's not even gonna boost the power. Because I mean, we're gonna OHKO everything with Earthquake being burnt. I don't need that. What about Just whatever I had on before, the goggles. Sure. Also probably not going to help, but whatever. Wait, why am I putting safety goggles if I'm burnt? Everybody please feel free to point and laugh at your boy right now. I guess it would block Leech Seed. But that's true, I can't really get hit by Sleep Powder or whatever because I'm already burnt. Am I trolling? I think I am. You know what? I'm putting a citrus berry on it. There's no way I put safety goggles on the bear when it's already burnt. Okay. Okay. Where you at, buddy? I want my revenge right now, Silver. Here you are. Hold it. Are you going to take on the Pokemon League Challenge? Yeah, clown. And there's nothing you can do or say about it to try and stop me. Don't make me laugh. You're so much weaker than I am. Buddy, you beat me once, and now, like, you got the biggest inflated ego I've ever seen in my life. We've whooped this fool's ass like 5 times in this playthrough, and he got us the last time, and now he thinks that, you know, he's all that in a bag of potato chips. No way, man. I'm not like I was before. I now have the best and strongest Pokemon with me. I'm invincible. Dude, I challenge you. Alright. Okay. This guy always, every time he clicks smokescreen with his Typhlosion, like, you're not him, bro. You're not. That's not an ideal matchup. We could switch to Sudowoodo. He's probably going to click a dark move, though. Or, like, fighting coverage. I doubt you click ice. I could go hard Hound to him, actually. That's not a bad call. I like that. Let's just fry it with a flamethrower. You never want to, like, switch out turn 1, though. That's, like, the worst thing you can ever do in a battle. But when you have a really bad matchup like that, sometimes you just have to. Alright. Weevil's out here yelling at me for no reason, but even like a neutral coverage move here, I mean, I don't know why you wouldn't just go for Brick Break or Low Kick, but I guess you don't have them. Anyway. But if it somehow lived out with a Focus Sash, I would have got O-Code for sure after a Screech. You probably could have used the Ice Attack and still O-Code me. Okay. This guy again that gave us major problems major problems. Now he's going to go for Dig or Earthquake. I mean, it's going to kind of be rinse and repeat here. There's really nothing we can do against this. Ursaluna is the only thing that could even take a hit. Again, hard swapping it, horrible idea, because now this thing gets to hit me twice. But he still only has Dig. This guy's a loser. Silver, my brother, we are literally inside a cave right now where you could find the TM for Earthquake. Like, how bad are you, bro? So now instead of this, he doesn't have Earthquake, so obviously he's way faster, so we could have got 2 hits off there, right? Earthquake, turn 1, when I switched in, and then, like, followed it up with a fire attack, but this guy sucks, man. he's really not like that. He's not. So yeah, now that we took out Typhlosion, it's a formality at this point. Golbat doesn't care. Anticipation's funny. Anticipation went off because of Thunder Punch, but, well, you know what? Why not? Alright, Super Fang's annoying. But look, I think you guys know where this is going, right? Oh, now we get to see if I keep Citrus Berry, too, after battle, which I don't think I will. But I had 5 of them. At this point, we've now shifted the mindset to trying to beat Silver. Original plan, right? So now, we're going to 6-0 and embarrass this clown. That's where the mindset is right now. So Ursa's too slow and at half health. So I was gonna say, I think I gotta switch out, but now you send in Magneton. Why would you send out an electric type against a ground type? Obviously, you... Okay, we have to test this, but the best thing he can do is just go for Flash Cannon. I'm gonna live that anyway, so... If this thing does not have Levitate, which it does in this game, it's one of the 3 abilities, right? If this guy just switched this in, and it doesn't have Levitate, then what is he doing? I need to know the answer to that question. I can live this too. For sure. I mean, okay, to his credit, he might have Sturdy, but he's still an idiot. He has Analytic. Or no, or Magnet Pull. I think in this game, I think Levitate overwrites Sturdy, actually. So I take that back. I think it's Magnet Pull, Levitate, and then the hidden ability is Analytic still. This guy can't be serious, bro. He just switched in. Oh, hold on. We gotta 6-0 this clown now. There's just no way. Let's go. Let's do this in Dark Pulse. If he outspeeds, that wouldn't be great because I could. Okay, we're good. What? Why would you send in a Magneton against an Ursaluna after I just clicked Earthquake, bro, to take out your Typhlosion? This guy's not real. He's so lame. Silver, yeah, send it out, man. He actually, to his credit, he's got a powerful squad, but look, man. Even a powerful squad is no good if it's piloted by somebody who does not know how to play Pokemon. What did he just click that said had no effect? Did he click a Psychic Attack? I don't even, I honestly, I feel bad for this kid. What? I want to see what he has to say for himself. I couldn't win. Alright, bro. I gave it everything I had. Hey, man. I'll give you a little bit of credit. You actually have a really nice, well-rounded team there. But even that, you know, a well-rounded team piloted by a doofus equals a loss, okay? There's nothing you can do about it, man. What you possess and what I lack. I'm beginning to understand what that Dragon Master said to me. The Elder did call him a dumbass in the Dragon's Den, but it was like a respectful way of saying it. I haven't given up on becoming the greatest trainer. You probably should, man. Anyway, we're done with this clown, thankfully, for the rest of the playthrough. I hope, actually. I don't know if he makes an appearance at Kanto. I'm going to find out why I can't win and become stronger. I don't know if you're ever going to find the answer to that question, man, but you do you, Silver. When I do, I will challenge you, and I'll beat you down with all my power. You keep at it until then. Guys, I'm honestly at a loss for words, which doesn't happen a lot. Because I could have taken his team right there, and I could beat the Elite Four with that team. You know? But I mean, that kid... Okay, let me see if there's actually an item here. No? Dang it, normally there's like a hidden item right here in Kanto playthroughs. Oh, I gotta go all the way around. Wait, maybe the item finder was blocked by the stones. Okay. There's nothing here. Now, at this point, to restore all my PP, right, I do actually have to go heal, which, again, we're going to heal Ursaluna of the burn. And, oh, okay, so the citrus berry got lost, right. Which makes sense. So we're going to put the flame orb back on, and we're going to jump back into, okay, where am I going here? We're just going to jump back in there, fight another Graveler, and burn myself before walking through the doors of the Elite Four. And hopefully, Ursaluna never gets KO'd against the Elite Four, right? Because then we can say burnt the whole time. But if he does and I revive him, I have to revive him, then we got to reattach the Flame Orb, which is not the end of the world. By the way, I don't know where to stand to take like a screenshot for the thumbnail, but I'll figure that out later. Alright. Who's this guy with the Abra over here? Oh, you know what? I think he actually teleports you back. Let's talk to him in a minute, but... I think I remember that because technically you're in Kanto right now, and I think this Abra will teleport you back to New Bark Town since you can't actually like fly back and forth across the regions. Let me see if that's what this is. Ah, you're challenging the Elite Four? Are you sure you're ready? Yeah. Have you seen this team above my head, Chief? I think I'm good. If you need to train some more, my Abra can help you. It can teleport you home, yeah. AKA back to New Bark. No. Okay. The best of luck to you. I appreciate that, old man. At the Pokemon League, you'll get tested by the Elite Four. That's what I'm looking for. I want all that smoke right now. You have to beat them all. If you lose, you have to start all over. Don't worry, man. Losing is not in my vocabulary. Who's this? Oh, right. I do want to check that, right? Because we were talking about that last time. So apparently somewhere in here, I don't know if it might be like after you fight the Elite Four, I don't know. But you get gift Pokemon for the Kanto starters, right? And we already talked about Charizard becomes Fire Dragon, Blastoise Water Steel, and Venusaur stays the same at Grass Poison, so... Okay, this guy's just selling stuff. We got 69,869. Shiest. Alright, let me buy like... I already have 13 max potions. How about another dozen? I need revives. I don't have any of those. I only have 1. So how about 9 more? So we get 10 revives total. And randomly an experience share for 3,000, but I already have one in the bag. Okay. So we're good there. Yeah, if we don't... Nah, see, none of these 3 are going to give those Kanto starter gifts. So you must have to come back here after then. Unless there's somebody like way over here. What does this do? It's a newspaper about Giovanni. Not interested. But apparently we're stuck in the dialogue. Okay. Before we walk in there, like, does somebody else pull up trying to battle? I feel like we might have to fight Lyra again or something. So I have the Flame Orb on Ursaluna, but I'm not going to walk into the stairs. I just want to test something. Okay. Because it'd be really annoying if I burnt myself and we had to fight Lyra and then do it all over again. Okay, oh, you found Aerial Ace? Nice, nice, nice. Honestly, I should do it too and put it on Scizor, but I'm not going to. Oh, speaking of, I gotta do the rare candy thing. I might as well just put everybody to 57, so... Is anybody close? Houndoom's about to grow a level, so we'll do that. And Scizor's actually about to grow one as well. But let me throw Houndoom in front. We're gonna KO 1 Pokemon. I'm gonna use some of the rare candies and just put everybody at 57. And we'll walk in there like that. Yo, what up? And I think I'm going to take on the Elite Four at 57. And I'm going to save all the leftover rare candies for the Kanto side of things. Alright, Golbat. Just in time, we're about to walk through the doors on the Elite Four. Oh, okay, okay. Let's go for the Flamethrower here. I do have to switch into the bear at some point and burn it. Yeah, I'm actually down to do Elite Four rematch when we come back with a whole new team for the Kanto side of things. That's a good call. We should fight the Elite Four again with that squad as well. All right, Onix. I could try to flinch it with Dark Pulse, but this is probably a good spot to burn the bear, so I'm gonna do it. And we'll let Houndoom just KO the next thing to hit 56. Scizor learns Acrobatics. Yeah, I mean, Acrobatics is cool, but you know, you gotta think about, then you can't hold an item, and it's important for Scizor, any kind of Pokemon that has a setup move, it's important to hold something like a Lumberry or whatever to block status, right? Because the one way to neutralize a setup Pokemon is on the turn where it clicks Dragon Dance, Swords Dance, Nasty Plot, you have a free turn basically to put it to sleep, paralyze it, burn it if it's a physical attacker, to kind of negate the boost that it went for, so... Alright, all I gotta do is get Houndoom to 56. So, Acrobatics is really, really good, right? But it doubles in power from 55 to 110 if you're not holding an item. But since Scizor has Technician, this is a good matchup for Houndoom, but if it has Sturdy, then I might drop to an EQ. But I'm willing to roll the dice. Since Scizor has Technician, something like Aerial Ace or Wing Attack both get boosted to 90 base power, which, sure, is not as strong as 110 for Acrobatics. But in this situation, because it's a Technician Pokemon, it's pretty close, you know? Normally, if you didn't have Technician and you're talking about the difference between Acrobatics and something like Earth Power or Wing Attack, yeah, because then it's like double the power. But, trying to learn Crunch? Nah. We're good. I like my, what's it called? I was going to call it my Dark Pulse. I have Dark Pulse, but my Destiny Bond idea. Okay. So now nobody should be close to a level, right? Oh, Scizor is, but whatever. That's fine. I have a bunch of rare candies. Actually, hold on. How much was that? 2,100. What are the wild Pokemon given in here? As long as they give like 700, we just need 3 KOs. So I guess we could do this real quick. Rhyhorn? Okay, okay. Also, I'm kind of curious what kind of mons are in Victory Road, but I do, going back to what I was teasing earlier, I do have an idea for the full team in mind. Or I do have an idea in mind for the full team, whatever. I think I might have said that wrong. Don't care. But for the team I want to use in Kanto, so again, I spoiled half of the team last time during part 13. I'm going to go ahead and say it again. But I'm going to keep the other 3 Pokemon a secret. And you're just going to have to come back and watch the next episode to find out who is my team. Because these 6 sprites, when we come back to record next time, which would be part 15. Alright, Graveler. Whatever. I'm a steel type. There's going to be a whole new party of Pokemon above my head there. And, but what I was talking about last time was, I want to use Pokemon that are native to Kanto, right? Because if you look at the team here, all of these Pokemon have ties to Johto, right? Obviously, well, the top 4 are all native Johto Pokemon. Ursaluna, by technicality, is because it evolves from Teddiursa and Ursaring that originally were in the Johto decks. Come on, man, I just need one more Mon. And then Scizor, you know, technically that's a Kanto Pokemon because of Scyther. But Scizor came to be once, you know, Johto came around. Obviously, it was an evolution to a pre-existing Gen 1 Mon. So, technically, all 6 of these Pokemon are Johto Mons. With that being said, I want to, and again, it'll be a technicality type thing for the Kanto squad. By the way, I need to probably conserve some PP because I can't go heal at the Pokemon Center, but you get a lot of PP on Bullet Punch, so we'll be good here. So I'm going to do the same thing for Kanto, right? And we were talking about 3 Pokemon last time. That being the shiny Gyarados that even though we found it in Johto, that's a Kantomon. And then, of course, we did get the Dratini from the Dragon's Den. I'm just going to run away from this guy because I don't want to waste more PP. Especially because I'm about to rare candy anyway. Well, I got a potion first, too, because I can't heal. So, I'm going to use Gyarados. I'm going to use Dragonite. And then the third one that I talked about was Magnemite, right? Because, and again, that's going to be another technicality, because I'm going to evolve it all the way to a Magnezone, which is not a Kanto Pokemon, but you know what I'm getting at. The first 2 Pokemon in that evolution line are. So, I'm going to be using 6 Pokemon that were originally native to Kanto. However, in the case like Magnezone and maybe even another Pokemon that I'm going to tease but not spoil, you know, we'll have roots in Kanto, but we'll eventually evolve into something else. Okay, so we can Citrus Berry the bear again, now that I'm burnt. Yes. Now, Scizor, okay, because I have 2 Lumberries, I can go ahead and attach one to Scizor now. Even though the Clear Amulet to block Intimidates is nice, I could also put that back on the bear, but now that we know that the Lumberry will not, you know, still be there after the battle, so I gotta make sure I save a Lumberry for the last fight, the most important one. So if on the first Elite Four members we lose the Lumberry, I'm not gonna reattach this other one until we fight Lance at the end. Okay, so now we just gotta potion up because we can't heal anymore. Do I have any, like, Oran Berries? Just the citrus. I don't want to waste a whole ass max potion to heal, like, 10 HP on the bear. So I'm not going to. Okay. So now it's rare candy time to get everybody to 57. Most notably because Scizor is going to get not Bullet Punch. Swords Dance right now. I hope. Okay. So that's good. Now, honestly, I don't see myself ever clicking either one of these moves. But I don't know. Like, close combat's way better than Fire Punch. But when do you ever get to see Fire Punch on a Scizor, right? I just don't think there's really any, like, steel types in the Elite Four. I'm gonna get rid of close combat. This is a bad idea, but that's... When are we ever going to get to use a Fire Punch Scizor in a game again, you know? So let's do that. Alright. Right now, we're having a team meeting. We're getting everybody huddled together. They're all out of their Pokeballs. And, you know, everybody gets a candy. I'm handing out one last piece of candy here before the final showdown. This is where it all comes to a conclusion. Well, the first half of this story. We're obviously going, like I said previously, but I'll say it again while we're doing the candies here. Nice. Lanturn finally hit triple digits in physical defense. About damn time. Let's see if anybody else tries to learn a move, by the way. Now, so I said it before, but I'll say it again, right? That we are... You can tell on the far left side of the screen that I'm not stopping after just 8 gym badges, right? We're going all the way through Kanto, which includes a couple of things. Obviously, we need to fight Red after we have 16 badges. But apparently... according to all the comments, There is other stuff that happens over in Kanto, and thankfully no one spoiled it. If they do, it is what it is, but I'm hoping I don't get spoiled, but we'll see. And apparently it's pretty epic over there, so that we'll be in for some surprises. Okay, let's take one final peep at the squad, and the first guy is usually, well, I'm pretty sure it's the same Elite Four members, but the first guy is like the psychic guy, Will, so I feel like I'm just going to lead with Scizor, and I'm going to click Swords Dance turn 1 and just go for Bug Bites. But one last look at the squad here, and then let's get in there. Yeah, okay. I was just about to do that. So first up, we have the Technician Scizor. Rocking, I want to show the screen too so you guys can see all the stats and whatnot. So Technician Scizor with 180 attack. AKA, when I click Swords Dance, that number is getting doubled to 362. Yeah, Bullet Punch is going to go ham. Alright. Holding a Lumberry with the moveset of Bullet Punch, Bug Bite, Fire Punch, and Swords Dance, which we just acquired. Next up, team member number 2 is the Natural Cure Modest Nature Meganium. And in this game, in case you didn't know, Grass and Fairy, baby. Now, Meganium here is going to be holding the Rocky Helmet. A little bit extra chip when we go up against physical attackers. Rocking the moveset of Energy Ball, Earth Power, Healing Light, which acts as a recovery move, and Dazzling Gleam. And there's Meganium's stats one last time. Pretty well-rounded as you would expect. Meganium's got like base 80s across the board, kinda. Alright. The third member of the squad, the Volt Absorb, Naive Nature Lanturn. Alright. Finally just hit triple digits on the physical defense, right when we hit 40 or 57. Now, at the moment we have a magnet, but in our bag we also have the Mystic Water and the Never Melt Ice. So depending on and we also have a air balloon too, right? So maybe we throw an air balloon on this guy at some point, predicting a bunch of earthquakes, like maybe against Bruno or Lance, because a lot of dragons do learn earthquake. So that might be a vibe as well. So we got 4 different items we might be swapping around here for Lanturn. But as you can see, we got the moveset of Surf, Recover, Ice Beam, and T-Bolt. One more peep at Lanturn stats there. Kind of like Meganium, very mid across the board in terms of stats. But what makes the fish stand out is that gargantuan HP stat there, 232. Alright, the 4th member of the squad. The Wiggly Tree that was blocking the path to Ecruteak City, although that is where I caught Sudowoodo, but this isn't the same one because it had a pretty bad nature. So I did put it in the daycare and we bred out a little Bonsly and then raised this one up because it had Sturdy. The first Sudowoodo we caught that was in between Goldenrod and Ecruteak had Rock Head, and I knew I wasn't going to use any moves. AKA, as you can see, there's no moves that cause recoil here. So we got the second Sudowoodo here with Sturdy. This is the offspring of that initial Sudowoodo. Pretty good stats across the board. Now, we have 200 physical defense, and we basically have about 170 special defense because, as you can see, we are holding the Assault Vest as our item today. And we got the moveset of Ice Punch, Stone Edge, Counter, and Sucker Punch. It's going to work. You'll see. Alright. The 5th member of the team, or maybe the last, I don't know where we're at, I lost track, is the Guts Ursaluna, okay? 207 attack, but we're burnt. So you're going to push that even farther. As you can see, it's got a little burn symbol up there. Now, for the moment, we got the Citrus Berry. We could swap that for the Clear Amulet to block Intimidates, but we'll see. And at the moment, we got the moveset of Slash, Return, EQ, and Thunder Punch. Now, I might put the HM move for Strength back on once we go to fight Karen, because she has Dark types, and Strength is a fighting type attack, alright? But this is what we're working with for the first battle. And I think there's one more. So finally, the 6th and final member of the team. Oh yeah, we haven't seen Houndoom yet. Okay. We got the Rash Nature, Flashfire Houndoom. Flashfire is very important because it helps mitigate Scizor's 4 times weakness to fire, right? If Scizor's on the field and we see something that might have Flamethrower, we switch right out into Houndoom. Easy money. It's kind of like a good luck, have fun with Houndoom stats there. Now, also, like Lanturn's going to be switching hold items. We probably do with Houndoom as well because we have Black Glasses, we have Charcoal. We're going to use Black Glasses here because the first guy is Psychics. We also have a Choice Scarf in the bag. And I feel like if anybody's going to get the Scarf, it's probably going to be Houndoom. As I think it's the fast, it's it's got to be the fastest member on the team. Look at everybody else up here. They're all super slow. So we might you know, slap a scarf on here at some point, but I feel like this Houndoom is probably going to be faster than anything that Will has, so we're just going to go for the Okos with Black Glasses, Dark Pulse. And then moveset, as you can see there, is Dark Pulse, Destiny Bond, Sludge Bomb for any potential fairies, and Flamethrower. Alright? That's the squad. They're all right here at level 57, and I think we're good to go. We do have plenty of well, I don't know about plenty, but I think we have enough max potions, revives, and full heals, and even like elixirs and stuff. By the way, I'm not even going to try to use any of these because I feel like these guys have all been on the team for so long that they probably have maxed out EVs by now. So, okay, ladies and gentlemen, it all comes down to this moment. Well, this next half hour-ish. All right, let's get the job done. It's got to be Will, right? Yep. Okay. How you doing, Will? My name is Dude. It's nice to meet you. Unfortunately for you, brother, I got a Scizor with Swords Dance. Let's do this. Welcome to the Pokemon League, dude. Thank you. Allow me to introduce myself. I am Will. I have trained all around the world, making my psychic Pokemon powerful. And, at last, I've been accepted into the Elite Four. I can only keep getting better. So you think. Your road ends here, though, Chief. Losing is not an option. For me. What's stopping me from clicking Swords Dance turn 1? What do you have? Is Atu? Oh. He has a weird ear. I totally forgot there was like Gen 8 Pokemon, but here I am with Ursaluna. Oh, it has Frisk. I really thought this thing was gonna have Intimidate. Okay. I don't see any reason why I don't click Swords Dance, right? What is... Weird Ear doesn't learn Mystical Fire, does it? Or Flamethrower? I mean, alternatively, I could just OHKO everything with Bug Bite. I don't even think he has anything that could live it. Let's try this. If he had Intimidate, I was gonna click Swords Dance. Oh, good point, good point. No, that's not true though. Okay, that does OHKO. I'm not surprised by that. So be careful of Alakazam with Fire Punch. Yeah, but Fire Punch is a physical attack. No, normally in Gen 2 it is special. Okay, you got a Bro. Could this be a Rocky Helmet Bro? Bro gets Fire Attack, so I have to switch into Houndoom. Bro can learn, yeah, Bro can learn fire moves. Yeah, so normally in Gen 2, okay. That was an unfortunate switch, but I think we'll be okay. Whatever. We have the Black Glasses, so I feel... Slowbro has really good Fizz Def, but not the best Spit F, so this should be an easy OHKO. Yeah. Right, so normally the Elemental Punches, Thunder Punch, Ice Punch, Fire Punch, in Gen 2 are all special attacks, but in this game has Physical Special Split. You can turn it off, but I left it on. I think Dark Pulse might actually be stronger. Both of these are super effective, right? If this Jinx actually has dry skin, Flamethrower would do more, but because I'm holding the Black Glasses, I feel like Pulse does more. Also, I kind of feel like Jinx is going to outspeed, but it doesn't, okay? Do we get the OHKO and or Flinch? Don't need the and or, we get the OHKO. Let's go, Doomer. This guy's putting in work right now. We had to wait for Jinx's like 5-minute long cry there as it was going down. Okay. This dies to Dark Pulse. You actually have Quick Attack is crazy. But it's not good enough, Chief. I'm sorry, that caught me off guard. Serious question, does Xatu actually learn Quick Attack normally? I don't think I've ever used a Xatu in my life, so I don't actually know the answer to that. Executor we should be able to outspeed, right? Yep. This Will guy, like, Psychics are normally really, really fast Pokemon, but he has all the slow Psychic types. Like, what are you doing? Executor, Slowbro, Xatu? What are we doing, man? You gotta get an Alakazam. You gotta get some... Okay. He does have an Alakazam. So you gotta get some speed on you, my boy. We Psychics don't give up until we reach 0. Well, you're about to reach 0, because I am not confident, but I think Houndoom might outspeed you. I'm just trying to think, should I even risk this to save a revive? But if there's one Pokemon in the game you don't ever want to switch out against, it's Alakazam. But in this case, he can't click Psychic, or he's not going. He can click Psychic, but he won't because I have Houndoom on the field. Do we end this battle in style and go... Look, I really want to go Sudowoodo and click Sucker Punch because we would probably Oko Alakazam. But if bro has Energy Ball and Nasty Plot, Well, it doesn't matter if he has 4 attacks, but if he has Nasty Plot and I try to click Sucker Punch, that would be a bad time. So I'm just going to go ahead and risk it. And he clicks Psychic. This guy's out here like, is he stream sniping, actually? Yeah. I think Will's watching the stream right now. He heard me say he's not going to click Psychic because I'm a Dark type. So he predicted the switch. Yeah, hey, mods, please ban Will out of the chat. Get him out of here. Fraud. Even though I was defeated, I won't change my course. Well, you better stop watching the stream, buddy. I will continue battling until I stand above all trainers. Now, dude, move on and experience the true ferocity of the Elite Four. Psychic type might, they might, like, Psychic type trainers might be the biggest frauds of all time, right? Because their whole thing is they're built on, like, we have the psychic power, we're out here predicting. They're hackers, bro. They're literally stream sniping and cheating. They put on, like, a facade that they have this, like, psychic intuition and they can predict stuff. They really can't, though. That's the thing. On to the next one. Is it Koga? Yeah, this has to be Koga's room, right? Okay. So here's another thing on why actually Fire Punch was good for Scizor. Right? Obviously a flying attack would have been good too because he's got a bunch of bug types, right? And poison types. But Fire Punch might actually come in handy here, and so will Houndoom. I feel like this fool's going to have at least like half bugs, half poisons. So Meganium has Earth Power, but again, it's going to drop to like a poison attack. So the bear might be good here. I kind of feel like leading with Scizor, honestly. I'm just going to do it again. Koga, how you doing, brother? Long time no see. Since we seen you over in your gym back in Fuchsia. Fwahaha! I am Koga of the Elite Four. I live in the shadows. A ninja. My intricate style will confound and destroy you. Settle down there, Chief. You ain't destroying nothing. Confusion, sleep, poison. Don't care. Scizor as a Lumberry. Let's go. Prepare to be the victim of my sinister technique. Fwahaha! Pokemon is not merely about brute force. You shall see soon enough. Well, you can't poison Scizor because it's a steel type, and if you try to put it to sleep, I have a Lumberry, so joke's on you, clown. Okay, Venomoth, we can handle that. Okay, Xatu doesn't normally... Oh, it's an egg move where it gets quick attack? Okay. I had no idea it could even have that. Now, what do we do here? Because I really want to click Swords Dance, but this is a very obvious Sleep Powder. So if Fire Punch can do like 75% damage, then I think we can pick it off with a Bullet Punch. Because I'm expecting this to be faster, right? And put me to sleep, I wake up from Lumberry, Fire Punch it. You know how it works. But I can't really click. You never want to set up turn 1. It just never works. So let's try it. Supersonic, but we dodge. So at least the Lumberry lives to see another day. But this is probably the fight where Lumberry gets consumed. And you just get O-code. Get this moth out of my screen, man. Next. He has a Claudacious. That's actually dope, but... I mean, I could take Earthquakes and you can't use poison moves on me, so... Is this where we get +6, chat? You know? Let me at least get +2. We haven't even clicked... We just learned Swords Dance. We haven't clicked it the whole playthrough because we just got it, so... Okay. I mean, unless Claudacious is banded, This is really cool that he has this, by the way. Nah, that's pitiful damage. Let's Bug Bite in case he's holding a citrus berry or any kind of berry. We'll just eat it. He was eating. He did have one. What was it? It was no way. It actually is a citrus. Okay. That's GG's for Claude. Now here's the thing though. Do we SD again? Because then we have +4 bullet punches the rest of the way for anything that's fast. Now, the only reason I even proposed that, I'm going to click it. I don't know if that was a high roll or a low roll, right? We don't know. There's no guarantee, and honestly, I would bet that it wouldn't the next Bug Bite actually take it out. And because all he can do is EQ, I don't see a reason not to do this. I am going to be low, right? That's why I didn't want to do it. But at this point, Scizor can probably get one more KO. You know, now that I'm at +4, I'm going to OHKO anything. It just, if it's a fast Pokemon, we go for BP. If it's slow, we go Bug Bite. Or if it's a Steel Bug, we go Fire Punch. You know, this guy's going to have Sturdy most likely, but that's okay. It does. What are you going to do? Click Explosion, bro? Okay. I think that's GG's. I think Scizor might actually sweep this fool. He doesn't even potion. He gets up 1 layer of spikes at the cost of his fortress, and I don't even plan on switching out, so... This guy really thought he had the sauce with those ninja techniques. Now, this can actually probably live, but hey, let me show you guys why a +4 Scizor is no joke. This is a Weezing that has very good physical defense, so I don't expect this to KO, which it didn't, but that was close. Koga, what are we doing, bruh? This guy can't... in a way, I kind of feel bad for bro. Even though I'm here for one reason, and that's to dominate, I still do have a little bit of sympathy, because he's basically missed every single move he's tried to go for. And this is something that's faster than Scizor, but nowhere near as bulky as Weezing, so... See ya, Crobat. Cheers, buddy. Okay. And I think that's wraps. So he's got one more, but... Damn, Scizor actually went crazy. Muck. Okay. Now, Muck is a little bit different. It's kind of the opposite of Weezing, where it's more especially defensive. It does have really good HP, though, so I don't... This could do, like, 80% like it did to Weezing, but... And also... Okay, it takes it out. That also can learn Fire Punch, but... Again, this is not a Nuzlocke, and I do have Revive, so it's not a big deal. We're just trying to win. This is different from a Nuzlocke. I can revive my Mons, so... Hey, Koga smoked. But look, he missed Will-O-Wisp and he missed Supersonic with Venomoth, so I kind of feel bad for bro, but we're moving on. He's going home. Let's keep it pushing. I subjected you to everything I could muster. Well, unfortunately, your Pokemon don't have the best accuracy, but my efforts failed. I must hone my skills. You should probably go find like a wide lens. It'll help you land more attacks. Go on to the next room and put your abilities to the test. Okay, see ya, Koga. Oh, what is... Oh, let me get away from this bridge real quick, all this hot lava. Why is Bruno in a room with hot lava? What are we doing here? I do need a potion. Hold on. Dude, the funniest thing about that was Scizor kept his Lumberry through all that. Because it could have got consumed on Supersonic or on the Will-O-Wisp. But yeah, we still have Lum. That's a good call. That is really weird he didn't have the Alolan Muck. We did see a couple of those with like some of the Rocket executives. That was a miss. It would have been really cool if Alolan Muck would have been an issue. That Pokemon's really good. Okay. Bruno. Doesn't Bruno usually lead with Onix or Steelix? But in something like this, I kind of expect Bruno to have all fighting types, honestly. I think I still lead Lanturn on the off chance, and maybe this is the time where we slap on the balloon. Okay, so you know what's funny about this balloon and why it's positioned all the way at the very top of the bag? The Super Repels are only here because I moved them to the top because I don't like scrolling for them. But the air balloon is actually like the first item that we even found in this whole playthrough. And ever since I found this, right above Mr. Pokemon's house next to the Dark Cave, right? I got this air balloon during part 1 and have never, ever once attached it to my Pokemon. I've been saving this balloon for this moment right here when we could potentially run into Earthquake Mons. As I really didn't, I didn't want the balloon to get popped against like a wild Pokemon and potentially lose it. I know there was a few YouTube comments saying, hey, dude, don't worry about it, like the balloon will come back. But I've seen many of balloons get popped in my life before. I know that, you know, that ain't always the case. In this game, you know, I trust everybody in the YouTube comments. I'm sure the balloon would come back, but I didn't want to risk it until we got to a moment like this. Bruno using the heat as a makeshift sauna. Hey, touche. The saunas are low-key goated. But here we are in the sauna with Bruno. I'm about to take off my shirt and join him for this nice sauna sesh. But first, we're going to dominate him with Lanturn and Meganium. Let's get it. I am Bruno of the Elite Four. I always train to the extreme because I believe in our potential. That's how we become strong. Can you withstand our power? Yeah, you should be asking that question the other way around, Chief. I see no fear in you. That's right. You look determined. Perfect for battle. Ready, dude? I will bow down to our overwhelming power. Nah, I ain't bowing down to nobody. We gonna wipe the floor with you just like those first two clowns. And then we're moving on to Karen after this. Okay, it's a Hitmontop. Interesting. My balloon would pop if I stay in. And just in case, I mean, what's a Hitmontop to a Meganium, though? Let's be real here. I like that. I don't think this thing's going to have Poison Jab. Although if it does, okay, it's just CC. Yeah, that was going to pop the balloon. We don't need to risk it yet. But you know what Close Combat does? That drops your defenses there, Chief. A little bit of Rocky Helmet Chip. Insult to injury. Absolutely going to get OHKO'd by D-Gleam. He knows that. Okay. Hey, at least finally an Elite Four member that knows what they're doing. Oh, no. That's not what I wanted to see. I didn't even think about this. I knew it was in the game, but I didn't even think he'd have this. That does a lot of damage. But, because it's neutral. Poison fighting. This is a really, really good Pokemon, though. And you know what? It's going to click Poison Jab here. So we could go to the bear. I kind of want to save the bear's burn, though. Like, we don't need to let this thing go down because Poison Jab, right? It is what it is, but you follow it up with a Close Combat, the bear might go down. So I think we go Scizor. And I think Bullet Punch might get it from here. Low key. Gunk Shot, whatever. Stronger than Poison Jab, but not as reliable. I'm just gonna rip a VP. I don't need to set up. This thing could all actually that was dumb. I probably had Fire Punch. Oh, the signature move Dire Claw. It's not even in the game. That stinks. That's dude. Sneasler is so sick. What a great Pokemon. Did this thing even have Intimidate? No, when it hit the field the first time, I never even saw Intimidate. What is this thing even trying to do to me? I don't see a reason not to click. Oh, it probably has Fire Punch. You know what? That's okay. It doesn't even have Fire Punch. I'll bet you any money that something on his team has Fire Punch, so the fact that he sent out Hitmontop here is very odd. This switch only makes sense. I don't know why I went for Bug Bite, by the way, but I was just trying to steal a berry. I have Bullet Punch anyway. Like, if this thing had Intimidate, that switch makes sense, but if you don't have it, why would you switch into that if you don't have Fire Punch? Because something... It's a fighting type team. Something has... Or Blaze Kick. I think I just rip a Bullet Punch, and... we see if it has Blaze Kick. If not, we can go Meganium to Dazzling Gleam it. This is still going to do over half, so we can revenge kill this thing easily, but he's got to have Blaze. That does crazy damage. I might live HJK. Yeah. Nah, Scizor's going crazy in this. Actually. Let's go, man. Okay. Okay, if anybody's going to have Fire Punch, it's going to be this guy. So, you know what? I don't even think you live this, though. Hitmonlee has better bulk. Oh, never mind. Hitmonchan. Hitmonchan has better, like, special bulk. That was weird. I thought... My bad, I'm trolling. Oh, yeah, something might have counter. You're right, you're right. Now, look, if this was a Nuzlocke, I wouldn't have even stayed in against Hitmonlee, but... we can revenge this thing with anybody now. I'd probably just go Houndoom, because it should be this was a bad idea. It has Mach Punch, doesn't it? This was a really bad idea. Okay. I think I can tank Mach Punch, though. I really didn't do that much. Okay. I also should have put the Charcoal on before this battle, or even the Choice Scarf. Like, I forgot. Having the black glasses here doesn't help because they all resist. Well, this doesn't resist. You know what? Let's go for it. Or, because this is probably the only time I click Destiny Bond, do we go for this right now? If this Onix sets up Stealth Rocks, I'm gonna be angry, but That just means we'll get the Dark Pulse flinch next time. Please click Rock Slide or Earthquake and take me out, buddy. I want Destiny Bond to work. It, like, you know, I never get it to work. Let's see if we can do this here. There we go, Houndoom. See ya, Onyx. Sturdy ain't gonna help you on that one, buddy. Although, maybe. Okay, you never know how it's coded. But we actually finally did something with Destiny Bond. That, like, never happens. And has that already been 5 Pokemon? Honestly, I think it might be. Yeah, it was. So he's only got Machamp. I'm gonna try to Oko this fool with Dazzling Gleam. And hope he doesn't have a, you know, Poison Jab. But he probably does. Whatever. Let's try it. We're faster than Machamp. Not really a surprise there. Are we strong enough, though? Damn it, Meganium. Okay. That was kind of a fire animation, but it ain't gonna help him at all. Even if he has... Oh, okay, he has leftovers, not citrus, yeah. See ya, Machamp. Hey, Bruno. I gotta admit, brother, I enjoyed our sauna sesh, but it's time to move on to Karen's room. We'll be seeing you, Chief. 3 down, 1 to go. And then it all comes down to this team right here versus Lance and his dragons. I think we got it. Next is Lance? No, it should be Karen. Having lost, I have no right to say anything. Go face your next challenge. Lance is champ, right, in Gen 2? Unless it got switched up, but... Okay, okay, good news. Ursaluna has not got KO'd yet, so it's still burnt. That's good. So let's potion and revive everybody. These are only the first 2 revives that we had to use, too. That's not bad. Not bad at all. Okay, max potions. I still got 20 of these things left, too. I think we're good. I think we're good. If I still have enough max potions left, I will use one on Ursaluna to heal, what is that, 18 HP? I could also use a citrus berry. But, hold on. Speaking of, it's time to swap the black glasses off Houndoom for the charcoal. Or do we Scarf Doom? Do we Scarf Doom just to make sure we have something, like, ridiculously fast? I kind of like the ability to switch up moves, though. But always having a Scarfer's... Nah, we're putting on the Scarf. You know, the one way you work around the Scarf is you just have to switch out. Like, in this battle, I would only ever click Flamethrower. I'm not going to click Dark Pulse against all these Dark types, but I'm just thinking about for Lance. Like, having a Scarf Doom against Lance isn't bad. But, like, there might be an instance where I want to go for Dark Pulse to get some flinches and then, like, want to switch up to Destiny Bond when I get to low HP, but I wouldn't be able to do that if I was Scarfed. But again, I could switch and sack and then come back for, like, a Scarf D-Bond. Okay, so let's do one last check on items here. So the bear is still burnt, so he's got a citrus, AV. Scizor never lost the Lumberry, but I still have 1 in bag. So we only have 2 trainers left, so even if I lose Lumberry against Karen, we're good. Meganium with the helmet. Lanturn with the balloon still. You know what? I think I'm going to lead Meganium against Karen. I feel like she usually leads with an Umbreon. Yeah, okay, this is definitely Karen's room. If she switches it up, I don't remember. I remember in the regular game, I think she has an Umbreon lead, but if she switches this up to like a Honchkrow, Meganium would be the worst option, but we'll just go hard fish. Actually, for the fish, too, we could put the magnet back. I'm just going to leave the balloon. I really don't want to lose the balloon against Lance, though, because a lot of dragons, I mean, most dragons, like, learn Earthquake, you know? So I feel like he's definitely going to have a couple Earthquake users. Even stuff like Aerodactyl learns Earthquake, and it's not even a dragon, you know? Which he usually has one of those, but... Okay, also, do we want to put Strength back on Ursaluna? I could delete Return because I have the TM, I could relearn it, but I can't relearn Slash. So if I delete Slash, we're just stuck with Return. But honestly, because I'm burnt, I feel like dual stabs are enough to take out any dark type anyway. I don't really need Strength. It'd be nice to hit stuff super effective because 80 base power doubles to 160 for when it's super effective, essentially, right? So Strength would do that's pretty damn powerful, but you know, Earthquake Stab is 150, right? 100 times 1.5, so it's basically the same thing. And realistically, you know, being burnt with the naughty nature attack boost, I don't think anything's going to live anyway, so we probably don't need strength, but I'm going to go ahead and leave Meganium, predicting an Umbreon lead. And again, if this ends up being something like a Honchkrow, abort mission. We're going Sudowoodo or Lanturn, but cross that bridge when we get there. Karen, I like your little arena here. How you doing today? I'm Karen of the Elite Four. Your dude. How amusing. I love Dark-type Pokemon. Yeah, she says that, but then doesn't she have like a Vileplume and stuff? Like, what are we doing? This is like the Agatha of Gen 2 here. I find their wild, tough image to be so appealing, and they're so strong, yet also mostly frail. Think you can take them? Just try to entertain me. Let's go. Umbreon's like the only bulky dark type. All the other ones, Houndoom, Weavile, you know, Murkrow, Honchkrow, they're all frail. This is going to be easy money. It is Umbreon, okay. I think that's what she normally leads with in like vanilla. Now look, with that being said, this is probably the one dark type that can live a Dazzling. She's switching to the Vileplume, huh? She still has it. Hey, somebody go check on their girl. Karen, are you good? What? Oh, wait, how did you live? Huh? You actually lived that? Meganium. Hey, you know what? I got that Rocky helmet, though. Do I really feel like taking a crash? I could take a crash and heal off the damage, but what if I flinch? Sudowoodo's got Sucker Punch. Oh, Houndoom is Scarf. Houndoom is Scarf, so I could lock myself into Flamethrower and just do some chip. Scizor also has Bullet Punch, but she might even heal up. I think Doom's the best player. I don't need to take a crash. Weavile's gonna be too important in this fight. Okay, you have Ice Punch, same thing. That's alright. Scarf Flamethrower. See ya, buddy. Now here's the situation, right? Houndoom can easily get picked off from this range by a lot of attacks due to its bad defenses. So we could switch out and save the Scarf Destiny Bond for later. But this thing doesn't even attack, it just goes for like Confuse Ray and stuff. So I'm gonna stay in a Flamethrower at least once and see if we can do something here. Umbreon doesn't pose much of a threat offensively, it's just annoying. Okay, well I guess we're stuck in here now, but dang it, I'm locked into Flamethrower too. And you have leftovers. Well, we're going to be in here for a while, and if this thing has recovery, we essentially would start struggling when I run out of Flamethrowers. I mean, she's going to potion it anyway, but maybe after this leftovers recovery, it's doing like a little over 25. So maybe it puts it in a range where she doesn't potion and it's like just enough to knock it out next turn. Give me a burn too. Actually, a burn would have been bad. That she definitely would have potioned. Why did you go for mean look, bro? You're trolling. But see, because I damaged it to the red, but now it's back in the yellow, so maybe she doesn't. If she potions here, we're losing Houndoom, but she doesn't. Karen, hey, even though Karen's at the back of the Elite Four, she might be the worst of the four. What are we doing here? Switching in Weavile, one of the frailest, strongest offensively, but one of the frailest dark types. Just switching it into a D-Gleam. Ah, Alolan Persian, that's cool. And it's going to be... Oh, I can switch out now. It's going to be very hard to take out with physical hits because of its ability Fur Coat. So I'm just going to stay in and try to flame. This is going to do a pretty good chunk. I would love to click... what's it called there? Destiny Bond, but I'm choice locked into Flamethrower. Okay, now we save it. We go to Scizor, we take it out with Bug Bite. Actually. Now we save that Scarf D-Bond in the back. I mean, I know, I don't know, but I'm pretty sure it KOs it from this range. I'm just trying to think, should I SD? No, because... Nah. Because she might have a... she probably has a Honchkrow in the back. Scizor... I mean, yeah, +2, I might even be able to Oko Haunch with a Bullet Punch. I probably should have set up. I think she only has 2 more. No, 3 more. That makes sense. I totally forgot about a Houndoom. Of course she's gonna have one of those. We haven't used the Woodoo yet, have we? I think this is the time where we bring it in. And we click Stone Edge. Let's do it. Flamethrower. Even if you burn me, I still OHKO you with Stone Edge. Actually, probably not, but get the crit. Okay. Thankfully, we didn't underneath Sudowoodo see those little like red flames. All right. Sudowoodo doesn't flinch, man. He's not phased by anything. But he doesn't have the best accuracy with Stone Edge. Try it again. Oh, we outspeed. It's clicking counter. It's the only way we outspeed. Or roar. Doesn't matter. Crit it. See ya. That had to be either counter or roar. It had to be a negative priority attack because Sudowoodo can't even outspeed a Slowpoke, man. There's no way. Sucker punch time. See ya, Gengar. I'm just kidding. This is not strong enough to OHKO Gengar, but almost. Okay, Curse Body's funny. He's probably just going to take me out anyway. But we do have an Assault Vest. Not so fast. Okay. Almost. But look at that. Sudowoodo took out 2 Pokemon, basically. That's not bad. Scarf Dark Pulse? Don't mind if I do. Don't mind if I do. I was thinking about clicking Destiny Bond, but, you know, at least we get some free chip on whatever comes out next. Yeah, right. The AI does kind of troll in this game. Okay, she does have a Haunch. That makes sense, and that's a really good looking sprite. Haunch is such a classic mon. Well, I'm stuck in a Dark Pulse. Let's just click it. We'll use another revive after this. We only got one more trainer to go. We still have plenty of revives. Crit and a flinch? Nah, that would have been cool. Alright. I think we go Meganium, because I think I can live a... well, first of all, I think I'm going to be faster, but even if I'm not, I think I can tank a Brave Bird, and we'll finish it off with D-Gleam. Okay, it's actually faster. We might not even get the D-Gleam off because of... holy moly. But Rocky Helmet plus Brave Bird Recoil. That's not enough. Dang it. Whoa, that was so strong. Okay, I kind of trolled. Again, I'm kind of saving Ursaluna because I really don't want to have to... let's just do this. Yeah, I don't care. You can Sucker Punch and pop my balloon. I really hope I still have this for the for Lance, but we're about to find out. Kind of weird she didn't potion either. How come nobody's... They always potion in these games. I like this, though. This is how Pokemon should be played. You should never potion in battle. And none of the Elite Fours I don't think have potioned yet, which is odd. But I like that. Well, aren't you good? I like that in a trainer. You know what? For a Karen, you're actually pretty chill. I respect that. Strong Pokemon. Weak Pokemon. That's only the selfish perception of people. Facts. Truly skilled trainers should try to win with their favorites. Exactly. I like your style. You understand what's important. Go on. The champion is waiting. Okay. It all comes down to this. I'm going to sit here and let Karen watch me use all these revives and potions while we all game plan here. Okay, Lanturn still has an item, so he still has the balloon. Perfect. But yeah, I've kind of been holding off on Ursaluna. Ursaluna was kind of like the last resort at the beginning of the Elite Four. But, because I really didn't want to have to burn myself again. That would have been annoying. But now we're going to go ahead and rip a max potion for 18 HP. You never know. Might come into play. Also, before we walk through that door, I'm going to check everyone's PP and see if we need to start ripping some elixirs, because I have a pretty decent amount of those. It all comes down to this moment, ladies and gentlemen. Are we strong enough to do it? No, not PP. I could use these PP ups and PP maxes, but really it's the elixirs and max elixirs. Also, who should we lead off with against Lance, right? Because obviously all 4 of these Elite Four members have had their team switch up. Even though, or no, Bruno did have an Onyx, right? He just didn't lead with it. I was going to say Bruno actually had 6 fighting types, but no, he had 5 fightings and an Onyx. Could Lance finally have a full 6-pack of dragons, right? Because this game has Pokemon all the way to Gen 8, man. He's got a long list he could choose. He could have Dragonite, Salamence, Kingdra. Charizard is actually a dragon type in this game, so he probably has one of those. But, you know, they could give him a Flygon, a Hydreigon, a Salamence. He could have a... I hope he doesn't have a Garchomp. Hey, let's be honest. this team is super powerful, but if a freaking Garchomp pulls up, it might be GG for me. I'm just going to keep it a buck. Alright, we need to look at everyone's PP, though. And think about who to lead with. Also, while I'm checking PP, are these the ideal item sets, right? I don't like Scarf Houndoom. I mean, I do, but I don't, if that makes sense. But theoretically, if he had like a super fast dragon, or even something to get like a Dragonite after a Dragon Dance, this might still help me outspeed it. Probably not, but maybe. Because the Choice Scarf will give you the same kind of speed boost that a Dragon Dance will, right? 1.5x boost. So as long as Houndoom is... As long as he doesn't have a Dragonite over 138 speed, then I would still outspeed after a single Dragon Dance. I don't... Actually, I'm going to give this an Elixir. Ursaluna has literally never seen battle in the Elite Four. The one Earthquake PP I'm missing was to burn myself against that Graveler in Victory Road. You don't need one. No, I mean, nobody really needs one, right? No. Lanturn's only clicked T-Bolt once this whole time. You could use one for Deagleam, especially because this is a dragon thing. Okay. So we're going to Elixir Meganium and Houndoom, that's it. But... we could also lead Ursa. But I don't know. Who do we lead? I mean, okay. Normally he leads with Gyarados, right? Also, yeah. Okay, Air Balloon. Rocky Helmet's also wild, but I don't have like a Fairy Feather. I'm gonna go in there with Lanturn. No, normally he leads with Gyarados. Let's just hope it stays the same. Okay, this is kind of a fire room though. Look at all these little Dratini statues. Hell yeah. What up, Lance? How you doing, buddy? Been a long time since we seen you. I've been waiting for you, dude. I knew that you, with your skills, would eventually reach me here. There's no need for words now. Apparently there's no need for music either, because that cut out, but let's hope it comes back for the battle. We will battle to determine who is the stronger of the two of us. As the most powerful trainer, and as the Pokemon League champion, I, Lance the Dragon Master, accept your challenge. Let's go. Okay, good. The music came back. Lance, I'm ready, buddy. Let's do this. Okay, it is still Gyarados. This could be a problem depending on the moveset that Gyarados gets in this game, but we are on a balloon. Intimidate, okay. Don't care, Thunderbolt. You have Fly. Interesting. Alright, well, when you come back down, you're getting absolutely zapped by this T-Bolt. Oh, okay. Alright. Yo, what up? Hey, you came just in time. We just started the battle with Champion Lance. It all comes down to this epic moment right here. Let's get it. Okay. One shot the Gyarados. Easy money, man. Come on. Okay. Here comes Dragonite. He might still have multiple Dragonites, but we'll see. This one's at 58. This is not his ace Dragonite then. This is some other weird one. He's gotta have another Dragonite at 60, right? I'm telling you, man, if this fool pulls up with a level 60 Garchomp, that's GG's. This could also have Earthquake, but I'm willing to risk it for the biscuit. Lance, are you good, bro? Do you know this is a water type, big dog? Okay. Okay. I think that's GG's already, guys. You know, I don't see how Lance comes back from this. Must have had multi-scale. There ain't no way you took that. Okay, that's a little bit better than Fire Blast, but I'm still kind of confused at why you're using a special Dragonite, bro. Hey, I'm trying to tell you guys, special Dragonite is not the way, man. It's just not. It's cool once in a while to like test out, but it just doesn't work. Case in point again. Okay, he does have a Kingdra. Ugh. Yeah, hey, I'm glad you are too. Perfect timing by you. This is the epic conclusion, well, to the first half of the game. Alright, Lanturn's too slow. I don't even think we need to save this. I could click recover in case he misses a Hydro Pump or a Draco. I'm gonna try to click recover. Okay, you go surf. Oh well. Nah, for real. Yeah. I think Lance is drunk. Bro sends out a Dragonite to click Fire Blast against my Lanturn. You know what? No. I give Lance respect for that play because you know what he's thinking? He's thinking I'm going to predict a Dragon attack and go out to my Scizor to resist the Dragon Pulse or whatever kind of Dragon attack. So he predicted a switch into Scizor and clicked Fire Blast. You got to put some respect on his name. That's what happened there. Alright. This has Meganium written all over it. We Dazzling Gleam. Hopefully, can I ever one-shot anything? Why are you still going for Surf, bro? Oh, he doesn't even he doesn't have anything to hit me. If this doesn't one-shot, I'm going to click Recover next turn. Ain't no way you're pulling up with a crit. Alright. 100% clicking Healing Light. I might not get a chance to. That should take me out, right? Oh! Epic Survival! I'm going all the way back to full. Troll this, Kingdra. Yup. Keep it coming. Oh, a special Dragonite if it's Mega. Yeah, that's true. Okay. And just like that, Meganium with the Epic Survival is right back to full HP. This Kingdra can't do anything. So it's got Hyper Beam, Surf, and probably Dragon Pulse. Damn, that did a lot. I thought that was a crit, but never mind. That makes it did about half. Actually, that was a high roll. He got unlucky with that first. I shouldn't have even lived that first Hyper Beam. I think he low rolled it. But I'm also not worried about it, so. Arrow. That's a problem. Obviously going to KO me with a flying attack. I could sack it, take a little bit of a Rocky Helmet chip. But we also have a Sudowoodo to take flying attacks. So that's where I'm going. Yeah, shiny Pokemon. Exactly. That is kind of cool. Do we risk Stone Edge? I think we do. Rock Slide? Ha! Joke's on you, clown. He was trying to flinch me with a 90% Rock Slide. I dodge it and hit him back with the 80% Stone Edge. Bye, Aerodactyl. Alright. GG's, Lance. Absolutely smoked. Look, again, I know it's hard to see with my $10 webcam, but we got the Michael Jordan GOAT t-shirt on today for a reason, man. I was not going to be denied of a championship. Although this is a problem, but you know what? Okay, why would you have Focus Blast? Whatever. This is Fire Dragon, so I didn't expect he was going to hit that, but that's okay. Doesn't matter. Stone Edge him. What did I tell you guys about Sudowoodo, man? Hey, a lot of people out there doubting the Woodo. This fool just took out a Charizard and an Aerodactyl. Now what do y'all got to say? It's all because I had the Assault Vest, though, or else he would have... Oh, that's cool. Dang it, I have Ice Punch for this, too, but... Okay. Okay, this is his ace at level 60. It's the last Pokemon. GG's. I'm clicking Ice Punch just in case this fool tries to get greedy and go for Dragon Dance. Could I live a fly on some crazy right here? Should I counter so when fly... I live fly on 1 HP, so it does 32 damage. I counter back, double that, 64. Boom. Just kidding. Obviously, I'm clicking Ice Punch, but I don't even think I tanked this. No, that would have been so epic if Bro could have lived that. I want to finish this with Meganium, but I'm at too low of HP. Okay. We gotta be careful here, right? Because... Okay, let's play hypotheticals of the only way I can lose this, right? I got 3.5 Pokemon to Lance's 1. It all comes down to this. Now, theoretically, if it has Fly, so it's a physical Dragonite, meaning it probably has Dragon Dance. So if I go to Meganium, I could predict the Fly and I could go for Recover to get back to full. But if I Recover and he clicks Dragon Dance, then follows that up with a Fly on the next turn, he's probably going to OHKO me with a Fly. So I don't think going to Meganium is the right play. Okay? Because of that, like, I would get KO'd to Fly from this range, so he should click it. And that's why if I sent Meganium out, I would guarantee you I would click Recover. Guaranteed. But if he clicks Dragon Dance, we got a problem. Because then, if he gets carried away with Dragon Dances, you know what I mean? Now, we could end this in style by going for Destiny Bond. But again, he could Dragon Dance. So I think it's time to end this playthrough with the bear. Unfortunately, I don't have Ice Punch, so I can't one-shot him, but he's going to have multi-scale anyway. So let's click return. He goes fly. That's fine. Dude, Pseudo is a monster, bro. Such an epic mon. Alright, let's hit him when he comes back. Oh my goodness, that did a massive amount of damage. Shoutouts to Citrus Berry, though. That might help me do this. This is far from over. I can get swept by Dragonite. He has lefties. Now, obviously that did really pitiful damage because he has multi-scale. But after more turns of lefties, here's a situation where, you see what I mean? Like, return doesn't take it out. So do I try to rip a crit with Slash? If I don't get the crit, it does significantly less damage, probably, than return. But look, return is going to do double what it just did, because now multi-scale is broken, but I also barely take a fly, too, because I got to take more burn damage, and he gets more leftovers recovery, but he's not going to be able to get multi-scale back intact, so return would do double what it just did and put him at about 33%, 40% health left. Then I could revenge it with whatever, but if I got a Slash crit, I could potentially finish him off. And this is why I kept Slash. I'm going to roll the dice with it. We're going to miss because he's probably going to fly again, but that's fine. But dude, that first fly did almost half. So it's going to be close that I even live this, but I think I should. Can I get the crit to seal the deal right now? We take it. We Slash it. We don't crit it. Okay. Now's where I might have to roll the dice with Meganium, though. Or, the alternative is we go Scissor, we click Swords Dance, and just finish it with Bullet Punch. That's the alternative here. Ursa's gonna go down here. Unless he misses. I'm gonna click return in case he misses fly. He hit it. And now he's gonna be close to half with his lefties. So the question is, what can he do to Scizor? And can Meganium tank a fly? Unfortunately, there's no way. Scarf Houndoom, you know, I could also do this, but if he clicks Dragon Dance, if I go out to Houndoom here, I just Dark Pulse. There's no reason to, this thing has to have Dragon Dance, bro. There's no reason to Destiny Bond because he could Dragon Dance around it. So if I go Houndoom, I Dark Pulse. If I go Scizor, I Bullet Punch, but do I need to Swords Dance? I don't think I do. I don't think I do. I think Scizor can get it from here. Houndoom outspeeds because I'm Scarf, and I could flinch it with Dark Pulse even if it doesn't take it out. But if Ursaluna's doing that little damage, you know, as I was burnt, Dark Pulse is not killing, and I don't think Bullet Punch does either. But here's the thing, I'm gonna go to Scizor and Bullet Punch because Meganium can't take a fly. Clicking Swords Dance here would be, well, it wouldn't be stupid, but if he clicks Fly, then I have to click Swords Dance again the next turn. I can't Bullet Punch him while he's up in the sky. So, ladies and gentlemen, can Scizor get the job done from about 47% health on Dragonite? Let's do it. And let's see if he has Fire Blast. That did 0. Okay. I think oh my goodness, bro. Oh, now I Swords Dance for free, but what? That Bullet Punch literally did not. I don't even know if the next one takes it out. He's, after 2 turns of leftovers, he's almost like shooken off all the damage from Bullet Punch. I think it does, but it's really, really close. That was laughable damage. Okay, now okay. Well, this is not good. Uh-oh. So he does have a full restore, so now Bullet Punch does like 40%, but after a couple turns of leftovers, uh-oh. Hold on. I took 1 hit from Fly and I took that much damage, so I dropped to the next Fly, so I could Bullet Punch here. If he flies, I can hard switch and sack Meganium. I could come back in for another Bullet Punch, but it's a lot weaker. Meganium will also get a little bit of Rocky Helmet chip, though. This Dragonite is insanely bulky. I have to Bullet Punch. There's no way he does this to me, right? See, that's good damage, but... Okay. Unfortunately, I have to sack Meganium here. We can mitigate a little bit of this Leftovers recovery with this Rocky Helmet damage, but... Bullet Punch does not take it out from here. Unfortunately. Actually... That's really close. Here's the other issue. Does he actually heal again? If he has another full restore, I actually lose. So it all comes down to that. But if I go Scizor, right? If I go Scizor, I have to click Bullet Punch. I can't click Swords Dance because if he goes up in the air with Fly, I lose. This is crazy. I think Houndoom is actually the better play here just to go Dark Pulse because I could Dark Pulse, just try to flinch him down. Like, I actually think Scizor kills from this range with Bullet Punch. It's really close. But I like the Houndoom play just in case he goes, just in case he heals again. I can't click Destiny Bond. Okay. Please either take it out or flinch. It takes it out. Oh my goodness, bro. Hey, if you guys know anything about Pokemon, you know that I almost lost. Oh my goodness, bro. Hey, let's go. Dude. There's so many scenarios where I easily could have lost that right there. Because if he heals again, and I sent out Scizor and he potioned on my Bullet Punch, I can't even click Swords Dance again. Like, Bullet Punch would be doing 30%. Obviously, he gets back to multi-scale, too, if he rips a full restore. Holy moly. What an epic finale right there. That was so close. All I had left was this Houndoom and a Scizor that would have gone down to one more Fly. Wow. Wow. That's all I can say. Shoutouts to the Michael Jordan GOAT shirt, though. We were never going to be denied, Lance. Never. You're an absolute potato for using a potion in battle, by the way. It's an odd feeling. I'm not angry that I lost. In fact, I feel happy. Happy that I witnessed the rise of the greatest trainer in Johto. Dude. Of a great new champion. Yeah, you already know, man. You already know. Whew. Yeah, that's... I don't even know who just said whew. Was that me or was that Lance? Damn. You have become truly powerful, dude. Always was. Your Pokemon have responded to your strong and upstanding nature. I got that adamant nature on me, that's why. As a trainer, you will continue to grow strong with your Pokemon. Ugh. I need some... What a dogfight. I need some water after that. Oh no, it's all over. Way to ruin the moment, Mary. Professor Oak, if you weren't so slow. Bro's like 75 years old, man. Cut him some slack. Ah, dude. What up, Oak? How we doing today, Chief? It's been a long while. You certainly look more impressive. I know. Your conquest of the league is just fantastic. Barely got the job done, but hey, a dub is a dub, man. That's at the end of the day, that's all that matters. We didn't need to win today with style points. It's all about, did we get a dub or an L? Black and white, man. Simple as that. We caught the dub. Lance is going home with the L. Your dedication, trust, and love for your Pokemon made this happen. Your Pokemon were outstanding, too. Because they believed in you as a trainer. They persevered. Exactly, Oak. Congratulations, dude. Thank you. Let's interview the brand new champion. Mary, I'll sign autographs after the show, but I gotta go in the Hall of Fame real quick. I got priorities here. Thank you, Lance. This is getting to be a bit too noisy. That's what I'm saying. Dude, could you come with me? Thankfully. Oh wait, we haven't done the interview. I mean, the door's still open, Mary. You could just walk right through. Bro, what an absolute war that was against a shiny blue Dragonite. That looks so sick, by the way. Oh, just imagine the rematch. I don't even want to imagine the rematch. Especially because I'm going to come in with a different team that arguably is not even going to be as powerful as this one. It's been a long time since I last came here. This is where we honor the League Champions for all eternity. Their courageous Pokemon are also inducted. Take this as a memento of what you accomplished here today. I don't know what the silver trophy is, but that's pretty cool, actually. Does that mean potentially we get like a gold trophy if we win the rematch round? Stay tuned to find out. Because I don't actually know the answer to that question. Here today, we witness the rise of a new league champion. A trainer who feels compassion for and trust towards all Pokemon. I wouldn't say that. There's a lot of Pokemon I could care less about, but most Pokemon, we'll say that. A trainer who succeeded through perseverance and determination. The new league champion who has all the makings of greatness. You're damn right. At least he can tell. Dude, allow me to register you and your partners as champions. Thank you. It is pretty good. But this is it for this team for now. Let's enjoy. Let them get their last little or Hall of Fame induction ceremony real quick. Their last moments of glory. Now, we will see some of these Pokemon in the future. I'll talk about this during the credits because it's probably gonna be a it's probably gonna take a while for the credits to roll, but we will be going through the second half of this game on the Kanto side with why doesn't Ursaluna look like that? Why did I get such a purple bear? It's because of the DVs thing. Or they are IVs in this game, but they were called DVs back in the day. That determines the Pokemon's slight color alterations. It was a setting you could turn off, but I kind of wanted to play with it on. So we got a purple bear. Now, first things first, and this actually I'm going to call this out because it ties to what we'll see next time. So, as you'll notice there, the playtime says 87 hours, almost 88 hours to get through this. It wasn't even that. It took like less than 20 hours. You can go add up all 14 episodes in the YouTube playlist. But the reason that number is so high is because I told you guys a lot of times I was going to do some offline grinding, which I did, to level up my team to hopefully not take as many L's. Still took a few, but we're the champ, so it doesn't matter. But I guess I can keep going here, but I can explain this during the the credits as well. But that playtime is skewed because okay, perfect. Here we go. That playtime is skewed because when I did the offline grinding, I put the emulator here into, of course I'm on an official Game Boy Advance right now, but I put the emulator into speed up mode, like 8x speed up. Therefore, in-game time passed 8 times as fast as it normally would, right? So, if I was grinding, for example, for 1 hour, like actually sitting here for 1 hour of real life time, it counted as 8 hours in-game time. So, even though we beat the Elite Four in less than 24 hours, probably, if we added up all 14 videos, the time length, it said 88 hours right there, right? Because, again, there was probably 3 different times, or 4 different times where I grinded for like an hour, so that really added like 40 plus hours to the thing. So, yeah. Oh, I didn't remember it was you, because I think, did you have the same name on YouTube, or was it different from here? But yeah, okay, no, I was talking about that earlier, how not only, we're going to keep playing this not only until we battle Red, but there is something else going on, and I don't even know what it is, so I'm excited to see. It looks like there's a whole bunch, or at least a handful of new things over on the Kanto side, so. Oh, okay, that's what I figured. But yeah. So going back to the Kanto thing, I talked about it a couple times today, but I'll say it again right now. My plan for the Kanto half of this playthrough is to be using a whole different team here. So, 6 new Pokemon, but I've spoiled 3 out of the 6. I'll spoil them again. It's going to be the Shiny Gyarados, it's going to be Dragonite, and it's going to be a Magnezone. Okay? Because those are all Pokemon that at least have ties to the Kanto region. Same goes for the other 3 Pokemon that I'm going to use, but I'm not going to spoil who they are. I'll say this about 2 of the 3 mystery Pokemon for the Kanto side. One of them has a new typing, which doesn't give it away at all, but I want to tease it so you guys come back to watch the Kanto side of things, right? I'll go ahead and let this intro play. We haven't seen this since 1. No, the Dragonite's not shiny. It was the one from the Dragon. Well, I'm going to breed it anyway, so on the 1 in a million chance we hatch a shiny Dratini, then it will be, but I haven't done that yet, so I don't know. But that would be cool, imagine, if I had a blue Dragonite. But we are going to play with the shiny red Gyarados. But the Dratini I got from the Dragon's Den, it had like a quiet nature, which is literally backwards, pretty much. You either want adamant or jolly, and anything but quiet. I'm not trying to lower my speed and boost my special attack with a quiet nature, because as we saw, Fire Blast, Hyper Beam, Dragonite, ass. right? I'm using a physical Dragonite, so I gotta breed the one that we got in the, oh. What is his theme right here, though? Hold on. Oh, hey, hold the phone. What are we listening to, right? This is kind of fire. Okay, anyway. Okay, so the other half of the team, right? So Gyarados, Magnezone, Dragonite. The other half, which I won't spoil, one of them has a new type, and one of them has an absolutely ridiculous ability that it doesn't normally get, but it's... I thought the game just froze for a minute. I was like mid-step and I couldn't move. Hold on, we'll answer the... I'm gonna let him go to voicemail. The other Pokemon has a ridiculous ability that I'm not gonna spoil, and you'll see when we come back for part 15. The Kanto start. Alright. Gotta love how Professor Elm is calling me right now when I'm literally standing right outside. He could just open the door and talk to me, but okay. Well, I mean, I'm right outside my house, but his is... it's right there. Anyway. Hello? Yeah, good morning, Professor. How you doing? I'm good, man. I'm good. We just became the champion. What you got for me, big dog? I have something here for you. Okay. Tell me more. I'm interested. Could you swing by the lab? I'll see you in about 5 seconds, Elm. See you later. Okay, bro. Is this guy serious? I mean, he could look out the window. Alright. Anyway. That's kind of funny. He could have just walked outside the door and handed me whatever this is, but we all know what this is. Dude, there you are. I called because I have something for you. I wonder what it is. See? It's an SS ticket. Now you can catch Pokemon in Kanto. I already could because some of them are in Johto, but go on. You can also take on new gyms. If you earn 8 more badges, the Elite Four will battle you with all their strength. I mean, I'm excited for that, but at the same time, we barely made it out of the first round. We'll see. We got the ticket, though. Not bad. The ship departs from Olivine City. But you knew that already, dude. I did, actually. After all, you've traveled all over with your Pokemon. Oh, that reminds me. Of what? The battle tower has just opened up near Olivine. Not bad. Hey, you never know. We might actually check that out as well. A champ like you should do well competing there. Okay. Don't tell me she tries to battle us right now. I didn't even get to heal my team, bro. I got like 1.5 Pokemon left. There you are, dude. I saw your battle with the champion on TV. Yeah, world famous, baby. You already know. You were incredible. I know. But also, shout outs to the squad, man. I ain't nothing without all these powerhouses right here. It really inspired me, dude. Even if I can't reach that level, I want to try. I want to see what I'm capable of. Professor Elm, I'm sorry if I can't keep helping out here. Okay. Is she actually going to battle me right now? Don't ruin the moment, Lyra. It's not about you. It's about me. I'm going to challenge all the gyms in Johto and make it... She still doesn't even have the Johto badge? Alright. Get out of here, Lyra. I'm going to make it to the Pokemon League. Wish me luck. See you later. Okay. You could have just sent a text, but alright. Well then, dude. You both have your own journeys now. I wonder if she'll reach the league first. Probably not. Give me your regards to Professor Oak and Kanto. Will do, brother. Okay. Looking at the time of this recording, this has kind of been a juicer. So, obviously it doesn't take that long to ride the boat from here to, how do we get to Olivine? We do have to, like, go play hide and seek with some little kid inside the boat, though, I think. So I don't know if I'm really going to do that right now. I might just wait till next time, but I did kind of want to get to Vermilion City so that when we come back, I'm going to basically, this is what's going to happen. When I come back for the next recording, first of all, this is going to take me a few days to train up 6 brand new Pokemon to be... I'll probably have them all at level 60, maybe. 60, 62, something like that. First thoughts, but we'll see, we'll see. By the way, I'm going to strip all these guys of their items now. So, that's going to take me a few days, so stay patient. Sorry, I'll do it as fast as I can, but it's going to take a couple days to get the next team ready before I can record the next episode, so bear with me. But, also, I mean, this one's been going for quite a while. It's almost been 3 hours, so I might save the game here, take a quick break, and then move on to the next game, but, I don't know. I really wanted to get to Vermilion, but that would take probably another 20 minutes of potential, but I don't know what's going to go down in the boat. right? With potential battles, also trying to do the hide and seek thing. So I think I might just cut it off here. This is a better spot to save. But there, now we're actually at 88 hours. Well, I guess by the time I'm done talking and hitting the outro, it will be. But anyway, look, man. Hey, this playthrough has been so much fun, man. Shout outs to everybody in the YouTube comments that has been mixing it up and engaging. And it's been so fun talking to all you guys throughout this whole playthrough, man. That's really what's made it so fun. It's so much different, you know, if I had to go through here and try to figure all this stuff out on my own, but I wouldn't have figured it all out, man. You guys have helped me so much. I'm so grateful for that. And it's been really, really fun to interact with all you guys in the YouTube comments. And, of course, here in the live stream as well. But, yeah. Hey, this has been a hell of a ride. And with all that being said, we're only halfway through, right? We still have to do 8 more gyms. Which, it will be quicker on the Kanto side of things. But we'll see. I mean, it is still a whole nother region. Even though it's not as flushed out as it is when you're playing an actual Kanto game. I mean, you know, to think that this is only the halfway point after such an epic events that went down today is just crazy to think about. That's kind of the reason why everyone loves Johto so much is there's so much content packed into it. But I don't know, Johto's a fun region. The only thing I don't like about it is like the level curve was always kind of lame. But that's because there's 2 regions in one. But I don't know. Anyway. Hey, thank you everybody again, man. And this has been a hell of a ride. But like, it feels like it's over, but it's not over. This is only the halfway point. So, with all that being said, I'm gonna hit the YouTube outro at this point in time. I will take a short break and then we'll come back and play the next game. We're gonna keep the stream going for a little bit longer. So, with all that being said, this is going to conclude part 14 in the Pokemon Polished Crystal playthrough. And yeah. In the bottom right corner of the screen here, you are sitting there looking at the new champion of the Johto region, alright? I'm going to come back, I'm going to defend that title, and we're going to go get 8 more gym badges. We're going to sauce up the Elite Four again. We're going to absolutely dominate Red, aka Ash Ketchum, because he's not like that. I'm the hero here in this game. And then there's more surprises waiting for us on the other side of the map, so the action's only getting started, man. Tune in next time, find out what new sprites are going to be here above my head, because I'm telling you, there's going to be 6 different ones. But again, I need a few days to train everybody up, so that's a lot of level grinding. We'll see, but I'll be back soon for more of this game. All right. So with all that being said, again, this is going to conclude part 14. To anybody that is stumbling upon this video in the future on YouTube, thank you very much for watching. I hope you enjoyed the action today. And I hope you enjoyed overall this playlist in general. And keep checking back for more, because we're only just getting started, alright? Thank you for watching. I also hope that you have a good rest of your day, wherever you go after watching this video, alright? Take care, and I'll catch you on the next one. Peace.